IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, North Body Shop, Park National Bank, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Sheridan Funeral Home, Buckeye Toyota, and Standing Stone Bank.
Game of the week. I'm Jared Stewart alongside Tim Shoemaker. Tonight, we're at beautiful Fulton Field on an absolute gorgeous night for high school football in Ohio as the Lancaster Golden Gales host the Reynoldsburg Raiders. And Tim, let's jump right in talking about this contest. First of all, let's talk about the visiting team, the Reynoldsburg Raiders, coming in 2-1. This is a team that's made the playoffs the last 2 years in a row. And more importantly than that, probably if you're Lancaster, they're looking to get off the schneid against Reynoldsburg, who has beaten them the last 3 years, or the last 3 meetings.
Yeah, I had a chance to talk to Coach White this week, and he's really excited. Even though the team is young, he's really excited about coaching and teaching them and how attentive they've been and just trying to get better every week like everybody else, because you're guaranteed an opportunity in the playoffs.
Absolutely. These two teams in the newly realigned OCC, both of them in the Buckeye division of the OCC. Reynoldsburg comes in 2-1, Lancaster 0-3. Now let's talk about last week's contest Lancaster had with Groveport. It was much of the same from the first 2 weeks. A couple of things really plagued them. That is turnovers and penalties.
Yeah, you know, when kids play hard and they try to do things right, they're not always going to make a right decision. There'll be a turnover. There were some penalties last week that they can eliminate.
Yeah.
Again, you have control over very few things sometimes on the field, but you can control your emotions.
Lancaster, 7 turnovers in their first 3 games. That's 2.3 per game, and 18 penalties for 170 yards. That's an average of 6 penalties per game, 56.7. However, you look over on the other side, Reynoldsburg, it's been much of the same. 5 turnovers in their first 3 games, 21 penalties for 185 yards.
And I talked to Coach White a little bit about that, and he felt that some of that, and he said, I'm not giving them a crutch, but some of that was we had a lot of kids who did not play varsity football last year. They graduated, 30 seniors,
wow.
Jared, and some other players left the program. So he said we had a lot of kids on the field that were not adjusted to, as he called it, big boy football.
Yeah. Let's talk about individuals on these teams we're going to look for. Reynoldsburg led by their quarterback, Dijon Jennings, who in 3 games, 32 of 57 passing, 467 yards, 7 touchdowns. He's passing 56%. That's about 156 yards per game and 2.3 touchdowns per game. That's pretty good.
It is. He's only a junior, and he's getting some looks at a higher level right now.
However, they've got a lot more athletes on that side. Tim, tell me about one of Buddy White's favorite players on that team. He's not going to be hard to miss. He's one of the littlest guys out there, but Coach White said he is one of the quickest you'll ever see, too.
Well, I just asked him, you know, what's your biggest surprise with this group? And, you know, he said Marquez Gilliam. You know, Marquez is listed anywhere from 5'3" to 5'5", but he said he has a heart as big as his body, and he said he is the fastest player he has coached at Reynoldsburg, and that says a lot.
Yes, it is. Now for Lancaster, Titan Johnson, the quarterback, 9 of 32, 261 yards and 2 touchdowns in his first 3 games. The game we got to see last week, threw a beautiful pass to George Sherrick down the left sideline, down the near sideline for about a 71-yard touchdown. In the previous game, he had the same route to George for another touchdown. Those two seemed, if they can hit their stride, that could be a part of this Lancaster offense that could really catch some people off guard.
Well, and I thought Titan was real solid last week. I think if you go back and you would look at his decisions, his playmaking, he was really a solid player.
Yeah. Another thing that stood out, I think, for Lancaster is the play of their defense. Just outstanding against a Groveport team that had come in averaging quite a few points, and they held them to only 16. But Eli Rathburn with a big pick 6 right before halftime. that really kind of sparked them. But the defense just played well all night.
Yeah, they were smothering. I was very impressed from sideline to sideline. They swarmed the football. They ran to the football. They tackled well, and they're going to have to do that again tonight to be successful.
Let's get into our keys to the game. We've already kind of touched on these. Our keys to the game tonight brought to you by North Body Shop, providing quality customer service, parts, and reliability since 1979. Owner Mark North will provide you with a free written warranty on each estimate. That's Mark North of North Body Shop. He'll treat you right. All right, Shu, for the Lancaster Golden Gales, what's it going to take to get their first win tonight on their home field?
Well, if you look at one thing offensively, Jared, they just got to be more efficient. You have to cut down the turnovers, eliminate one somewhere, and cut out the penalties that go along with those sometimes that you can control. Defensively, do the same thing they did against Groveport.
And how about for the Raiders?
The Raiders unleash their speed. They have a lot of it. Coach White said they spread the field to try and get an open space and do that. Defensively, he's really concerned. He's not sure how they will respond to stopping Lancaster offensively. And he says, but we'll see Friday night, won't we?
Tonight's kickoff is brought to you by Sheridan Funeral Home. Sheridan Funeral Home is proud to be supporting high school football. They've been serving the communities of Lancaster and Fairfield County for over 100 years. It will be Reynoldsburg wearing all white tonight, kicking off to the Golden Gales, who are wearing all navy blue with those gold domes on their head. And back deep for the Gales to receive the kick will be number 15. That's David Roby. And on the far side is number 7, Nasir Robinson. We saw some decent punt returns and kickoff returns last week out of this Gales team. Field position, when you run an offense like Lancaster does with a wing T, it is important to have good returns in the return game.
Well, we've talked a lot about in high school football, not very many teams can drive the football over 65, 70 yards and get scores. So if you can get better field position, your opportunity to score is going to be very much higher.
Certainly glad you've joined us here live as we bring you the Lancaster Golden Gales and the Reynoldsburg Raiders in this OCC Buckeye Division matchup from beautiful Fulton Field on a gorgeous night. We are sad that you can't be here in person, but we're glad to be able to bring this to you so you can sit at home and relax and watch your favorite Gales and Raiders players on this Friday night high school football here in Ohio. It will be the Raiders to kick it off. To do the kicking will be number 93. That is Landon Myers. And we are underway from Fulton Field. It'll be Roby letting the kick bounce, and he takes it out of bounds at about the 15-yard line. Almost looked like if he would have let that go, it might have bounced out of bounds, but you just never know with that oblong football.
No, and if it doesn't, then the Raiders had good coverage, and they get the football where they recover, so that was a good decision.
Want to start right off tonight thanking our Interface Video Productions crew. I failed to mention them last week, and some of them quit on us because of that, so. But just kidding. But they do a great job. They've been here quite a while setting up in this new press box here at Lancaster. Our producer, director, Bob Campetti. On graphics and replays, Donnie Ziegfeld. And cameras tonight, Jim Spires and Jason Roush. Also want to give a big shout-out to Josh Messerly, who came and helped set up and also provided us with some information. And going to be tracking the stats from home, and he sent me the link to track it as well. On first down, here's Sherrick weaving his way through. That's a good carry on first down up to the 20-yard line.
Yeah, real good job of taking his time and letting the blocks develop.
Number 41, Sean Payne.
Showed a lot of patience there. Didn't just try to go where he couldn't go. He watched his blockers, followed them, and got all the way up for a gain of about 5. Second down and 5.
And it's going to be interesting, as Coach White said, they've got 8 starters on defense that are either sophomores or juniors, so this is a whole different bird for them, he said.
Which is one of those reasons why he said that this is his concern right here. Is can his young defense hold up? Johnson hands off. This is Hill.
Parker Hill on the carry.
Short gain, if any, on the play. Brings up a 3rd down and 5.
3rd and 5.
Yeah, real good play from the right end over there for Reynoldsburg. You know, defending Lancaster's wing T or any wing T is really assignment driven, and you have to be in your assignment. You don't have much freedom. You got to do your job for the team to make the next player better in their position.
3rd and 5, Titan Johnson under center. Gives it to Caleb Sampson on the left side. It's going to be close to a first down. I think he might have gotten it. He does.
Tackled by number 12.
Little counter play to the left side, and Sampson with his first carry gives him a first down.
Well, over there on the right side, Bernard and Caleb just made the play before. Jared, he's 6'2", 338, so you're not going to toss him around.
Wow. First and 10 Gales at their own 25-yard line. Trevor Roby splits out wide to the near side. It's Hill right behind Johnson. Here comes Sherrick. He takes the handoff, following his blocker, doing a nice job getting across the 30-yard line, keeping those feet moving to about the 31. Great job on the pull. I believe it was Xavier Conrad. Or check that, 52 for the Gales. That's Tanner Taylor. We did a nice job pulling from that guard position and leading the block.
Yeah, and Sherrick does a nice job. Puts his hand on the blocker, reads the defender, and gets that many more yards.
2nd and 2. Call it 3. 2nd and 3. Here's Sherrick again. Sherrick dives forward. He has another first down. Boy, we've seen George Sherrick come a long way from last year, his first game, to this year at this point. He's doing a great job following the blockers, looking for the hole, and if it's not there, he does, he does what he can with the play.
Well, you also know the Gales will use, multiple backs and different people, and last week was no different. Parker Hill had a big game for him last week.
Sampson in motion, takes the handoff. Follows Sherrick, his blocker. Sampson across the 40 and up to about the 45-yard line.
Again, I like the balance they're establishing, Jared. They're going right side, then left side. Keeping them honest. Ran a counter inside. Make their young players make reads.
2nd and 1. Pickup of 9 on the play for Caleb Sampson. Sherrick in motion. Again, takes a handoff, follows his blockers. Sherrick with lots of room on the near side, up to the 40 of the Raiders.
Tackled by number 41, Sean Payne. Be another Matt Taylor Kia Lancaster first down.
Great carry by Sherrick and a good job by the blockers. The lead running back, here's the replay.
Well, you can see the pulling.
Again, that's 66 this time, Jacob Rohr.
Yeah, and they're getting out there and getting their bodies on defenders, and then good, tough running at the end.
Christian Riley resets to the right side. Here's Tanner Hill right up the middle, or Parker Hill up the middle, that is, and another gain of about 4 or 5 on the play.
Parker Hill on the carry.
Yeah, you don't want to forget the fullback when you run the wing T.
Tackled by number 66, Terrell Burton, and number 36, Chris Carr. 2nd and 6.
2nd down and 6. They'll give him 4 on the carry. They're close enough to that Gales sideline that Titan Johnson just trots over and gets the play. Takes it back out to his team. Clock already down to 7:50 to play in the first quarter. Sampson takes the handoff, follows his blockers. This time a nice job by Reynoldsburg to contain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down.
Yeah, you're absolutely correct.
Spencer, number 36, Carr.
Thought he was going to bounce it, but the defender did a great job.
Chris Carr in on the stop, along with Teron Spencer. Carr, one of the leading tacklers on this team. 3rd down and 2 for Lancaster.
But see, that's all right for Lancaster's situation. They've got 2 downs to make 2 yards, Jared.
It'll be Parker Hill lined up right behind Johnson, taking a while to get the play off. Play clock is running. It's down to 4. He gets the play off. Nice quick give right up the middle. It's Hill inside the 20 and all the way down to the 14-yard line.
That was just straight north and south running with a good block from your fullback.
Here it is again. Watch this. Shot out of a cannon. Big hole there. Great job by the blockers. That offensive line, and Sherrick leading the way. Gives Parker Hill a nice big carry for the first down on 3rd down. 6:33 and counting here in the first quarter. Gales on the move. First possession of the ball game. Here's Hill again. This time, give him about 3.
Hill on the carry. Tackled by number 25, Alex Ohl.
Alex Ohl on the stop.
Second
He's
and
got
7.
10 tackles in the first 3 ball games for the Raiders. Second down and 7. Sampson and Hill behind Johnson. Sherrick out to the left side. Here's Hill again, bouncing it to the left side and diving down inside the 5. Good second effort there. I think might have got him first down.
Well, he made one cut. In all honesty, at the high school level, a lot of times that's all you have to make is one good cut and then thrust yourself forward.
He is shy by about a yard, so it'll bring up a 3rd and 1 at the 5. Here's Hill again. He's got the first down at least, and still churning those feet down to about the 2.
Hit by 36, Chris Carr. Be 1st and goal, Lancaster.
Clock all the way down already inside of 5 minutes to play in this first quarter, and Reynoldsburg hasn't even touched the football yet.
It's a good way to stop them, Jared.
You're right. Keep their offense off the field. 1st and goal, Gales. And it almost looks like they're purposely winding the clock down. Oh, this time hit immediately, but Johnson did a nice job. What a decision by Titan to pull that one out, keep it himself, and trot into the end zone for the touchdown.
I'm going to tell you this. That's the best drive, rhythmic and
Yes.
execution that we've seen out of Lancaster in several years,
I agree.
Jared.
Completely agree.
That was tremendous. It was from their own 15, 85 yards, and it took 10 minutes and 26 seconds off the
Wow.
clock.
Isaac Polini.
Impressive. Isaac Polini on to kick the extra point.
So Coach White's concerns just came true right
You're
there.
right. It'll be out of the hold of Titan Johnson. Good snap, good hold, and the kick is good. And the Gales,
Polini's kick
with
is good.
4:34 left to play in the first
7.
quarter, take
Reynoldsburg 0.
the early lead 7-0, and watch this replay on the decision by Titan Johnson.
Yeah, great fake right here and good decision to keep. See him pull it?
Yep.
Yep.
Beautifully
Great read.
done. Beautifully
Yep.
done.
And like I said, I thought he was solid last week, Jared. His
Yeah.
decision making, his play making was very good last week.
A flawless first offensive possession for the Golden Gales gives them a 7-0 lead, and as you said, took 10 minutes and 26 seconds off the clock. That's exactly what a coach of a team that runs a wing T wants to see.
Well, that, and you know, they also teach if you want to shorten the game, don't go out of bounds and
Right.
stop the clock.
Right.
Even though the clock may stop for a first down, it will eventually be cranked again and the play clock will go on. And, you know, when you play the style they play, that's what you have to do.
Taylor, or check that. Kicking off will be Isaac Polini. Back deep will be Marquez Gillum for the Raiders. He's the man that Coach White said keep an eye on. He's fun to watch.
He just felt he was also his biggest surprise that he's had this whole training period.
Looks like they will kick it away from him. That goes out of bounds all the way up at the 21-yard line. So that's going to give Reynoldsburg a pretty good
Kick out
starting
of bounds
position.
by Lancaster.
I'm not sure that's
Be
all
taken
bad,
on the
though.
35.
Get our official
Oh,
call.
they're going to make him kick it again.
We will kick again,
Yeah, they
5-yard penalty.
Now we hear Dave Pitkin coming in there. Sorry about that, Dave.
So the Gales will be forced to kick it again. Yeah, he almost put it on the same yard line.
Well, you try. Gosh, you can't fault a guy for trying, can you?
Also back there, along with Gillum, is number 34. That's Teron Spencer. On the near side, over on the far side, is Enrique Love, along with Gillum back deep. Pelini to kick it away for the Gales. Much better kick this time. Gillum will take it at the 11. Nice wall in front of him. Gillum across the 25 to about the 30-yard line.
Real good job of making sure he did not get to the outside, though, by the coverage.
Reynoldsburg will take over 1st and 10 from the 30.
So we'll get our first look at the Reynoldsburg Raider offense, led by quarterback Dejon Jennings. 6 foot, 185-pound junior. He's had some impressive stats leading into this ball game in the first 3 games. He's thrown for 467 yards and 7 touchdowns in the first 3 ball games.
If you can't recognize him on the defense, you can find the lime green.
Here's Gillum on the reverse. He's got his quarterback out there as the lead blocker, and Gillum has a first down. But what a job by 21, Briston Poe for the Gales. That looked like Gillum had, he's going to take it. But Poe did a nice job of breaking down and making that tackle.
Yeah, you have to tackle well in space.
And he came from our near side all the way to the far side to make that tackle.
Well, Lancaster did a good job with Underhill last week also, making sure they tackled, did not allow him to get on the perimeter.
But it is a first down run for the Raiders and Gillum. 1st and 10 at their own 41-yard line.
Hey, any way to get on the outside. You see a reverse the first play. There you go.
Jennings passes out to Alex Uhl. Uhl has lots of room. Check that. Jabari Mitchell down the near sideline. Mitchell with 1 man to beat to the 5. And touchdown Raiders. No flags.
He's got him out of bounds.
Did he step out? Wow. They've got him stepping out about the 4-yard line.
Jennings pass complete to number 35, Mitchell.
So Jabari Mitchell
at the 3-yard line.
Gets him down inside the 5. Let's check it here on the replay.
Yeah, the defender really doesn't get a good angle on this here, Jared, to make the tackle. See what I mean?
Yeah.
A little too far up, and it turns into a huge play. And again, Reynoldsburg showing what their strength is, speed.
Ooh, I don't know. That was close.
Fisher was right on that sideline.
So 1st and goal at the 3. And a fumbled snap. I think Jennings was able to fall on it, but we've got a flag on the play.
Yeah, procedure.
Flags on the play as well.
We'll get the call.
Illegal procedure. Offense.
That's Dave Picken, our referee, giving the explanations tonight. Our umpire is Matt Bremer. Mike Susi is the linesman. The line judge is Corey Toby. And the back judge is Alec Zanate.
So 1st and goal now from the 8-yard line for the Raiders. Jennings looking to pass, has all day, and he's got his man. Touchdown. Nice pass out to Jeremiah Crawford-Smith for the touchdown.
Well, and their line did a very good job because he was never under duress. He had a chance to look at all his options, Jared.
That offensive possession just over 1 minute after Lancaster's took 10 minutes and 26 seconds.
Just contrast in styles.
Yeah, you're right.
Kick for Reynoldsburg, number 93, Myers.
Landon Myers on to kick the extra point to try to tie it up. And it is up and it's good.
This kick is good.
So with 3:19 to play in the first quarter. We're tied up at 7 here at Fulton Field.
Yeah,
Here's
watch
a replay.
here. Watch how much time he has. Gets to look and look and look. Makes a nice throw. Good catch.
Yeah, I tell you, the receiver, Jeremiah Crawford-Smith, did a nice job, too. He could kind of feel that pressure coming at him, did a nice job of catching the football with his hands and making sure he had it and stepping into the end zone. So for the Gales, Back deep to receive this kickoff is number 7, Nasir Robinson, and number 15, David Roby.
Kicking for Reynoldsburg, 93, Landon Myers.
You know, one of the, I guess you could say, benefits of not having many people in the stands is we get to hear a lot of coaching down on the sidelines. You know, the crowd noise is not there, so, you know, you can hear everything being said, which, you know, sometimes is a kind of a neat aspect of the game. When I'm watching games on TV, whether it's baseball, football, you know, I wish they'd do more of that. I would love to see Major League Baseball take out the crowd noise from the broadcast and let us hear the players talk and the umpires talk. I kind of think that would be a neat aspect to see.
Unfortunately, Jared, there's been a few things I've heard that I don't want to hear.
That's true. That's true. Here's Roby, and he gets it up to about the 27-yard line. That's where the Gales will go on offense here.
But I agree with you. It's great to our younger players that are watching games to understand how much communication actually does go on.
1st and 10 from the 27-yard line.
Especially if you have a good program. Players are talking a lot to each other.
First and 10, Gales.
Well, let's see if Lancaster makes any Reynoldsburg makes any adjustments here.
Johnson with Hill behind him. Ooh, looked like early movement.
Flag on the play.
I think that's on the Gales on the near side.
Again, concentration, focus, execute.
Yeah, just caught Nasir Robinson on the near side, kind of leaning forward, wanting to jump as quick as he could. First and 15 for Lancaster. Titan Johnson back to pass and overthrows his man. I'm not sure if somebody ran a wrong route. Johnson looks to be a little bit injured after that play. I don't know if he got hit.
Well, I was looking at the receiver in the middle of the field. He had 2 steps on the defender.
Johnson is still struggling there. Almost looks like he's out of breath. I don't know if he got hit in the midsection. Going to bring up a 2nd down and 15. Johnson gets up under center. And it's going to be a delay of game on the Gales. I tell you what, Shu, for as flawless as that first drive looked for the Gales, this one is total opposite.
It's just about maintaining what I just said, Jared. You have to concentrate and focus on your task.
Dead ball. Delay of game. Offense.
So there's no timeout. There's a delay of game, so that's going to back them up 5 more. Make it 2nd down and 20 on their own 22-yard line.
And for people who aren't aware, in high school, that clock goes to 25 seconds once they spot it.
Yeah, it rolls. Sherrick in motion. Titan Johnson back to pass again. He's got his man wide open. That's Sherrick down the near sideline. George makes a nice move at the 45 to the 40. George Sherrick going to take it to the house for a Gales touchdown.
83 yards, Jared.
Beautiful.
You know what they did? They pulled the corner out by sending another receiver in the area, and he was wide open. And Titan Johnson is on his mark.
Sherrick has been impressive, not only running the football, but showing the ability to receive it and run after the catch as well. But a great job again. Titan Johnson coming back. A big 2nd down and 20. And they get the 83-yard touchdown connection. Johnson to Sherrick. Polini on to kick the extra point. It is up and it's good. So the Gales retake the lead 14-7. 2:58 to play in the first quarter. Check out the replay of this beautiful connection. Titan Johnson to George Sherrick.
Now watch here how the zone is emptied. There's no one there.
Sherritt comes out of the backfield.
Well, there's people there. That's the stands, yeah. We'll have to say she made a great cheering play there, you know.
Great job by the Gales coaches and team to regroup there. They had a couple penalties, you know, some mistakes, didn't have the right personnel on the field. We could here's the replay, but a great job regrouping and
see what I mean, Jared? There's nobody there.
Not a soul there.
It's a missed assignment, miscommunication.
Watch this move right here.
One cut. Whoop. There's his one cut, and we get a little pat on the hand.
Yeah, and then he just turned on the speed there.
Sure did.
So that's 3 weeks in a row that Johnson and Sherrick have hooked up for long touchdown passes. Pelini, a little bit shorter kick this time, will be taken by Gillum. Oh, and he fell down at the 17-yard line. Just kind of went to his knees after he caught it. They'll give it to him at the 19.
19-yard line. 1st and 10 from the 19 for Reynoldsburg.
I wonder if the centers take that ball to school with them on Fridays and carry it around. What do you think?
It's a possibility. I used to see a lot of the running backs and receivers walking around with footballs in their hands if they fumbled them.
Well,
in the game, they made them carry them all week.
I have no problem with that. It's got to become your best friend on Friday night.
Yeah. Jennings will have Jeremiah Crawford Smith reset right beside him to his left. High snap. Jennings does a nice job just to haul it in himself and makes something out of nothing and picks up about a yard on the play.
Tackled by number 13, Sam Fink, number 53, Zindale Graff. 2nd and 7.
Took over 10 minutes to score one touchdown, Jared, and a little over 2 minutes to score two others. Kind of ironic, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. 2nd down and 7 for the Raiders on their own 22-yard line. 2:22 and counting here in the first quarter. Jennings hands it off. Here comes Gillum.
Great play.
Gillum on the carry, tackled by
That's
number
Briston
21,
Poe.
Briston Poe.
Twice tonight we've seen him make good open field tackles.
Well, even if he doesn't make the tackle, he's forcing him back into defensive traffic.
Yep. Briston Poe, just a sophomore. 5'11". No, check that. He's a junior. 5'11", 165-pound junior. And there was that nice play by Briston.
Oh, great play. Great tackle. Coach Pizzo, buddy, he liked that one.
Big 3rd down right here. 3rd and 7. Jennings back to pass. Has all day again. And overthrows his man. His intended receiver was Savion Torrance.
There's a flag on the play.
It was a nice tight pass, but just overthrew him. We'll get the penalty right here.
Got holding. 74 White.
Holding against Reynoldsburg.
The Gales will decline that one and force the Reynoldsburg to punt.
Tell him
And
74.
Lancaster should have pretty good field position.
Penalty is declined.
Lancaster
4th down.
Penalty, 4th and 7. Into punt for Reynoldsburg, number 8, Justin Barco. Back deep for Lancaster, number 15, David Roby.
74.
Roby will stand near his 50-yard line to receive
74.
this punt for the Gales. Back to punt it away.
Wait
is
for the
Justin
whistle.
Barco. And the Gales jumped. Hard count is still not going to get them a 1st down, but it's going to be a little bit closer for them.
Dead ball. Encroachment. Defense.
Offside against Lancaster.
Referee Dave Pitkin getting quite a bit of camera time here in first quarter of this ball game.
Yeah, I'll tell him after the game it's been too much.
4th and 2. Nice high punt. Roby waves for the fair catch, and he fumbles the football, but I think he recovered it himself.
Ball fielded by
I got it.
So the Gales will have it at their own 30. Well, they've had some trouble in these last 2 weeks that we've seen them on punts and kickoff, fielding them rather, that is. Saw one last week that they muffed. It was not Roby, but one that was muffed, and Groveport recovered.
Yeah, I felt that was just a player trying to make a play that really wasn't there. And it's hard to fault effort issues when you do that. I mean, decision maybe. You fault the decision, but not the effort. And Roby actually made the right call right there,
Sure.
Jared.
Obviously, I mean, he saw that, it was a high punt. He didn't have any chance to return it. Here's Nasir Robinson trying to get to the outside for the Gales. And a good job on the pursuit by the Raiders.
Tackled by number 18, Woodford.
My clock.
And number 34, Spencer, 2nd and 8.
Woodfork led the charge defensively for the Raiders. Clock rolls down to 1 minute to play in the first quarter. Johnson will send Sherrick in motion. Sherrick takes a handoff. Sherrick, wow, ran over top of Johnny Preston.
Sherrick on the carry, tackled by
Wow, that was a powerful run by George Sherrick.
Well, I just had a discussion this week with a young assistant in another school, and he said, we teach our backs to run directly at the defender. He said they might take it one time, but the second time they won't, and the third time they'll give in. And watch this. You deliver the blow. You're going full speed.
Wow.
That's big boy football, as
Yes,
Coach
it
White
is.
said.
Here's Hill ahead to the 45.
Parker Hill on the carry.
So a 4-yard carry there.
Tackled
Second
by
down and
number
6.
25, Old. 2nd and 6.
Sherrick is 6'2", 200 pounds, and well, he lowered the boom on that last carry. First quarter comes to an end with the Gales on top 14-7 over Reynoldsburg.
And let's say thank you to Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers in our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need. We take it seriously because we know you do. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loans specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
Checking some scores from other games going on around the area. No score first quarter. Bloom Carroll at Logan tonight. Amanda Clear Creek leads Circleville 7-6 in the first quarter. No score listed at Bern Union at Miller. New member of the Mid-State League is Miller Falcons hosting Bern Union tonight. Also no score listed Fairfield Union at Logan Elm. Here's a score that this has to be a typo. Wouldn't you think? First quarter, Liberty Union leading Grandview Heights 42-6. Is that possible?
It would be a total meltdown,
Wow.
but, Liberty's off to an undefeated start,
So is Grandview.
I didn't think Grandview had.
Grandview's listed 3-0.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Maybe it's 24.
Maybe. We'll I don't know. We'll continue to check that. Amanda Clear Creek has just gone up 14-6 now. Second down and 6 here for the Gales. It is Hill right up the middle, and maybe a gain of 1. Tackle made that time by 56. That's Patrick O'Brien.
Tackled by number 75.
Third down and 5.
3rd and 5.
Gales would love to go up by 2 scores here. They got to keep a drive going here on 3rd down and 5. Still in their own territory at the 46-yard line. Johnson gives it to Sherrick. Sherrick brought down at the 50. That's shy of the first down by about a yard.
Big decision right here. I say when you're 0-3, play for it.
Why not?
4th and 1.
Titan Johnson's definitely pleading his case to go for it,
I agree.
and they will. Players on the sideline trying to get the fans fired up.
I mean, you can punt it with Reynoldsburg return game. They might run all the way back.
Yeah, you're right. Limited crowd here, definitely letting their team hear it. 4th down and 1 at the 50. Johnson gives to Hill. He's got the first down.
Yep.
Parker Hill.
Parker Hill out to the Reynoldsburg 45-yard line.
Car. That'll be Lancaster, Matt Taylor Kia, first down.
Sherrick jogging to the sideline, limping a little. And coming in to replace him is number 7, Nasir Robinson. See George there coming off the field. And we have a timeout on the field. Timeouts tonight are brought to you by the Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive. You can check out their website at carriagecompany.com. There was that first down run by Parker Hill.
So he got kicked, incidentally.
Yeah, you see him down there. So hopefully that's minor, and he'll be back in there. He's getting checked out now by Trainer Lee down on the sideline.
She'll put a little ice and give him a little love and send him back in.
Tomorrow, this Fulton field will be in action once again as Fisher Catholic will host Fairfield Christian Academy. A couple local teams. FCA picked up their first win in 30-some tries in week number 1 this year, so they come in 1-2. Fisher Catholic 0-3, looking for that first win. So Fulton Field going to get more action this weekend. Should be a good one tomorrow night.
Hey, high school sports, the best entertainment there is, in my opinion, Jared.
Absolutely.
If you have nothing to do, get out here and watch a football game.
1st and 10 Gales. Johnson turns and gives to Hill once again. Short gain on the play.
Hill on the carry.
Let's take a look at the schedules for these two teams.
36 car.
Coming up, this being week number 4. 2 games left after this. There you go. There's Lancaster's schedule.
Well, you know, you got to play tonight, and, you know, you hope for a result different than you've had the last 3 weeks, and you get to go up to see the good old Tigers of Pickerington, the defending state champions.
And then you finish up here at home against Newark on October 2nd, and that's before playoffs. Here's Titan Johnson looking to pass. He's got Nasir Robinson. What a pass over the middle. Nasir Robinson to the touchdown goal line. Touchdown.
I love that throw, Jared.
Beautiful pass over the middle by Titan Johnson. And Nasir Robinson ran a great route for the score.
Great execution, good line blocking.
Well, I tell you, Titan is getting better and better week after week.
And a kick for Lancaster, 77, Isaac Pellini.
There's 2 things that cause that. Outstanding effort and a great attitude to get better.
Yep, you're right. Got a story on Titan here in just a moment after this kick by Isaac Pellini to put him up by 2 scores. It's up and good. No, it's no good.
Pellini's kick is no good.
So 20-7 with 9:37 to play in the first half. I believe it might have been tipped. There's Titan trotting off the field. Watch this pass by Titan Johnson.
Lancaster 20, Reynoldsburg 7.
That is on the money.
Got him in stride. Yeah, Nasir Robinson right across the middle, and then he did the rest with his feet. Just a beautiful pitch and catch. But I had Titan when he was a freshman in class, and I used to tease him because he'd wear a Michigan jersey. And, you know, me being a Buckeye fan, I tease him about that a little bit. And one of his goals, you know, I teach a class called Freshman Focus, and we focus a lot on goal setting. And you know, one of his goals was he wants to play college football. And I asked him, you know, where, and he said, obviously, you know, I'd love to go to Michigan. I understand that might not happen, but he had gone to a camp, John Harbaugh quarterback camp, and, you know, and I told him, I said, Titan, I hate Michigan. However, if you make that happen, I will root for you. I won't root for your team, but I'll root for you. But I tell you, Titan, he's gotten better, as we've said, and boy, tonight he is on the money on his passes.
Well, you can see the improvement just even from early in the weeks.
Cheerleaders doing the push-ups, 20 of them so far, as the Gales lead at 20-7, 9:37 to play in the first half. Pellini to kick it off. Gillum back deep at his 5-yard line. Gillum on the run will take it at about the 16.
Gillum on the return.
Gets up to about the 29-yard line.
Roland Boyce.
Go ahead, Jared.
Sam Fink on the stop and Roland Boyce.
Yeah, you've got to have great discipline in your kick coverages. You've got to stay in your lanes, fight off blocks, and keep their returners, who are very explosive, inside that box.
So Reynoldsburg comes back out. Their last possession, Lancaster did a great job defensively to stop them. We'll see what they can come up with here. Empty backfield, receivers all over the place for Jennings. And his pass goes through the hands of his intended receiver.
Jennings' pass intended for...
That's Justin Barco.
Number 9.
Tried to get in the middle of the zone and shape up, but Lancaster had that well covered and good read defensively.
Brings up a 2nd and 10. Enrique Love and Savion Torrance to the near side. Out to the far side is Barco and also Gillum. Jennings looking to pass, has plenty of time, and overthrows his intended receiver.
Jennings pass intended for number 5, Enrique Love.
Love had a step on the defender, just a little bit overthrown.
Yeah, the football preview from Columbus this year listed Enrique Love as one of the area's best athletes overall. You know, he plays on both sides of the ball.
Big 3rd down coming up here for the Raiders. 3rd and 10, 9:23 to play in the first half. Again, empty backfield, trips to the right side. Gillum stands out to the left. He's got pressure. Jennings being flushed out of the pocket, and on the run has to throw, and it's nowhere near his intended receiver.
See, I like that, not relying just on coverage. Put pressure on the quarterback. In every sport, if you put pressure on the ball, it affects the offensive team.
Coach Dusty Miller was fired up there as he goes running down the sideline. He was happy with his defensive backs.
Back deep for Lancaster, number 15, David Roby. Kicking number 8.
Barco to kick it away, back deep for the Gales is David Roby. He stands at his 39-yard line. Barco almost had it blocked. End over end kick. Roby takes it on the run and gets out of bounds right about the 46-yard line. Gales go back on offense.
45-yard line, 1st and 10, Lancaster.
Leading 20-7. Gales offense huddled up on the sideline. Talking to Coach Albertini, getting the play. First and 10 Gales at their own 45. Johnson on the option, keeps it himself and dives forward near
Johnson
the 50.
On the carry.
Give him a gain of 4.
Have not shown that yet tonight. That's a good time to give them that read, to have to make it halftime.
Let's check Reynoldsburg's upcoming schedule.
Well, they go to Central Crossing, who has only won one game, and that was a game against Lancaster, which Lancaster kind of felt they should have won, but didn't. And then they get to play their neighbors also, the Tigers of Pickerington.
2nd and 6 here for the Gales. Here's Hill, and he's got a 1st down run.
As I said, he had a really good week last week for Lancaster running the football.
75, Caleb Bernadette. That'll be Matt Taylor Key, Lancaster 1st down.
.818 to play here in the 2nd quarter. Gales up 20-7. Sherrick takes the handoff, and wow, he is hit over on that far side, 35. That's Jabari Mitchell.
Jabari Mitchell.
Got him in the backfield.
They're really well prepared for that sweep that time.
2nd down and 12. They'll give him a loss of 2.
Can see right here. He came from the middle area, Jared. He made a really good effort that
Yeah,
time.
he did.
Mitchell did.
Second and 12. Johnson back to pass. He's got pressure. He gets out of it. Fires one deep. He's got a man wide open. Touchdown, Gales! On the touchdown reception, that's number 28, Trevor Roby. Wide open at the goal line. I tell you what, Titan Johnson threw that 55 yards in the air.
That was a 47-yard scoring strike.
Wow. Trevor Roby was just standing down at the goal line waving like, hey, I'm here. Nobody's here with me. And Titan found him. I almost thought, Titan was going to tuck it in and run because he had plenty of room, but he sees this man, Trevor Roby, down there with nobody around him and just launches one for the touchdown. Pelini on to kick the extra point. Oh, hits the upright and bounces out. No good. So it makes it 26-7 with 7:11 to play in the first half. Watch this.
Yep. Little fake. Gets himself set. 52 did a really good job keeping his hands off. He could have been called for holding had he continued.
He threw it at the 49, his own 49, and it's caught at the goal line. 51-yard pass.
Perfect strike.
In the air. Great job. That's impressive. Titan is on the mark tonight. 3 of 4, 173 yards, 3 touchdown passes for Titan Johnson. Actually, it's 2 touchdown passes and 1 run, I believe.
Yes.
A shot of some of the crowd here at Lancaster High School on the near side.
Little celebration.
Wow. Trevor Roby got thrown way up in the air. Maybe a little nervous to land. Pelini's kick. Deep kick, end over end, taken at the 4-yard line by Gillum. Gillum trying to get to the outside. He beats Sam Fink. He's got another man to beat out there, and a nice return by Gillum all the way out to the 36. That one started at his 4.
Yeah, again, Sam's got to get a little wider and a little deeper.
Sam Fink, number 15, David Roby.
But you know what I like? Sam Fink didn't give up. He came back and helped make the tackle.
Along with David Roby. So 1st and 10. Reynoldsburg at their own 36-yard line. Trailing 26-7 with 7:02 to play in the first half. Jennings keeps it himself, and not a whole lot there, so he's going to try to make something happen. And he did a nice job.
Sure did.
To get up to the 41, but he lost the football. And Reynoldsburg recovers.
There's Jennings on the carry.
See the geese flying in order, Jared, above us?
By number 24, Crawford Smith.
There they are.
I have a whole thing on the leadership and how they teach leadership in a flock of geese, believe it or not.
Really?
Yep. That's why I noticed that they
That's
were in a V. Have to give it to you sometime.
Yeah. Jennings pass a little low and
Jennings pass
incomplete.
intended for number 7, Torrance.
Just don't tell me it's for the birds.
3rd down.
Brings up a 3rd down and 7.
And that's awesome. Jimmy get that one? Or Jason? Yep. Yeah, there's a whole science behind it. It's pretty amazing.
Huh. Often wondered about that, how they can fly in such precision V like that.
I'll share that with you.
Jennings sends Gillum in motion. Back to pass over the middle. Hits his man. Great job pitch and catch there
Jennings pass
to
complete
Justin
to number 8,
Barco
Justin Barco.
to midfield.
Yeah, big target for him. He found him, number 8.
Followed by number 21, Briston Poe. 1st down,
Coach
Reynoldsburg.
Buddy White and his crew desperately want to shorten that deficit here before halftime. 6:07 and counting in the first half. Jennings hands off. This is Crawford Smith. Pick up
Smith
about
on the
4
carry.
on the play.
Tackled by number 50, Anthony Smith, 44.
Notice they've tried to pick up tempo,
Yeah.
Jared. Get some, you got to change momentum somehow.
Pass out to Gillum. Gillum, nice cut back to the middle and has a first down up to the 40.
Yep.
Here they come and hurry up again.
Yes.
Complete
Good call
number
by
10, Marquez
Reynoldsburg
Gillum.
staff. Got to change
Third and
momentum.
1.
Sometimes you have to stir your players a little bit.
Oh, they didn't give him a first down, so it's 3rd and 1. Here's Crawford Smith. He's got the first down and more, up to about the
Number
31-yard
24,
line.
Crawford Smith on the carry.
I like this timeout from
Eli
Lancaster.
Rathburn. Timeout Lancaster.
You could see momentum really sliding away.
You know, one guy we have not seen rushing the football tonight is Daniel Broomfield. Crawford Smith, though, I didn't see him even listed in the stats that I was checking.
Yeah,
But he's
asked,
having a pretty good game.
yeah, and I asked Coach White about Daniel Broomfield. He said he is stronger and faster than last year, and he just has really worked very hard, but he's been their leader in the backfield, but we haven't seen him.
Yeah. You had a chance to talk to Coach Buddy White, much like last week when you talked to you've talked to, in the last 2 weeks, 2 coaches who speak very highly of their kids and really have done a nice job with Groveport and now Reynoldsburg.
Well, not only do they speak highly of their kids, they have great respect for the conference and
Right.
the people teaching and coaching here. They're true educators, and they're trying to connect with their kids and teach them more than football.
Right.
And you can tell they both have a passion and love for teaching the game, not just trying to win a game on Friday night.
1st and 10. Jennings looking to pass, dumps it out to Gillum. Gillum across the 30, just making guys
Jennings
miss.
pass complete to number 10, Marquez Gillum.
Brings up a
Tackled by
second
number
down.
74, Ty Hedges.
Give him about 5 on the play.
2nd and 5.
Jennings has pressure, just tucks it in. Now he's looking to get a block. And a good job by A.J. Locke there
Jennings
to
on
make the
the carry,
stop.
tackled by
Really good
44,
follow on
Locke.
the
There's
play
a
from the
flag on
backside
play.
and staying with it.
There is a flag down.
Personal foul. Face mask.
Personal foul, face mask against
Defense.
Lancaster.
I didn't see it, but he was over on the far side, so it was tough to see.
Well, it was called here, Jared, on the side away from
Yeah,
the
you're
play.
right, it was, wasn't it?
Yeah.
So after the penalty, it gives them a 1st down and 10 at the 11-yard
1st and 10
line.
from the 11.
They can pick up the 1st down at the 1. Clock rolls at 4:42. Jennings looking to pass. Lofts one to the end zone. Man-to-man coverage. Did he keep it? Yep, touchdown Raiders.
Yeah,
What
great
a catch.
Yeah, great throw, great catch.
Jennings
Threw it
pass
away
complete
from
to
the
number 7,
defender.
Savion Torrance
That's
for the
Savion
touchdown.
Torrance for the reception and the touchdown.
It's a really nice looking pass play.
That was just one-on-one coverage
Kick
out there.
for
And
Reynoldsburg, number 93, Landon Myers.
Jennings just said, hey, I'm going to let my receiver do some work here, and he did it. Myers on to kick the extra point.
Reynoldsburg's receivers have been very good at catching the football.
Low snap, and Myers' kick is good.
That might sound,
Kick is good.
ridiculously simple, but it's not as easy as you
Lancaster,
think, especially
26,
with pressure on you.
Reynoldsburg 14.
That pulls the Raiders back to within 12 at 26-14.
Yeah, watch this here.
Fans, please continue to notice
That's
the red
impressive.
squares painted on the
That
bleachers
is.
and
That's
use
a
them as
really
guides for
nice
social
throw at
distancing.
this level.
Please
Man,
sit
we
on
have
red squares to
seen
ensure that you and your
some
family are
great
6 feet
quarterback
away from
play
other
and
families
receiver play tonight.
aisleways.
Well, you can tell Jennings is the leader offensively.
Yep.
He's telling people where to go, what's going on, and he's showing a little toughness running the ball himself.
Back deep for Lancaster,
So
number 7.
4:34 to play in the
Nasir
first half,
Robinson,
26-14.
David
Gales
Roby.
on top.
But to get the momentum back, I thought
Kicking for
Reynoldsburg
Reynoldsburg,
really
93
changed up
Myers.
the momentum. by going quicker, Jared.
Yes,
that was
absolutely.
a big call and a good call.
Absolutely. So the Gales will take the football again. I tell you what, they want to have a drive similar to what they had in the opening possession. Try to take the time off the clock and don't give it back to Reynoldsburg here in this first half with 4:34 to play, and they would love to get a score before halftime.
I've always said it's how you finish the first half and start the second half. A lot of times that will really determine the game.
Yep. Myers kick. It's loose. Still loose. I think Reynoldsburg might fall on it. And they did get it. The Raiders come up with a big play there. Myers' kick had a weird-looking spin on it, and it landed and just kind of stayed.
Kind of an odd bounce over there on that sideline.
Watch this. It doesn't really move. It just kind of stays right there. Just bounces straight up.
Well, the guys were blocking. They were blocking, supposed to block, backed up, Jared.
Yeah.
Sometimes you just got to go cover it.
Yeah. So big break for the Raiders. 1st and 10 here in Gale territory at the 29-yard line. Jennings gives to Crawford Smith up the middle. Crawford Smith, wow, what a run there.
Jeremiah Crawford Smith on the carry.
Up to
Tackle by 53, Zindale Graff.
Graff in on the stop for the Gales.
The tempo change has really, really been a big plus for the Raiders.
High snap, so Jennings just going to tuck it in and run, and he slides down.
Jennings on the carry.
Back close to the line of scrimmage.
Number 4, Eli Rathburn, and number 80, Aiden Rings. 3rd and 4.
Third down and 3 coming up for the Raiders. Jennings out of the shotgun. He's got Crawford Smith to his left. 2 receivers to the right, 1 to the left. Play clock down to 12. Mitchell splits out wide to the left side. Now passes over the middle. Nice catch.
Jennings pass
For the first down, that's number 8, Justin Barco.
Yeah, just ran a deep slant.
So first down for the Raiders. It's 1st and 10. They can get a first down just inside the 1-yard line. Jennings hands it off. Crawford Smith to the goal line. Touchdown Raiders.
Crawford Smith in for the touchdown.
That's a tough run by Jeremiah Crawford Smith.
Well, they put a tired Lancaster defense back on the field
Yeah,
again,
you're
you
right.
know, by not, executing on the special teams.
So 26-20 after the touchdown. Myers on to kick the extra point once again. Kick is up, and it's good. No, it's no good.
Myers' kick is no good. Lancaster
From here it looked good,
26, Reynoldsburg 20.
Makes it 26-20 with 3:08 to play in the first half.
Yeah, look how he cuts it up instead of bounces it outside, and then tough running.
Yeah.
Back deep for Lancaster, number 7, Nasir Robinson, number 15, David Roby.
So the Raiders to kick it off again. Myers did a great job on that last kick. Landon Myers, the freshman kicker. Coming up, you want to stay tuned for our halftime band show. We will tell you about that in just a few minutes. We'll see the Lancaster Band of Gold. Got to give credit to all the high school bands. This is a strange year. They have, typically bands are playing in competitions, and those have all been canceled this year. But they're still putting in hard work as well to come out on Friday nights and perform for the fans.
Hey, I applaud anybody who's coping with all this in an educational situation.
Myers to kick it off. This time he kicks it deeper. Taken at the 16-yard line by Nasir Robinson.
Nasir Robinson
Good
on the
return
carry.
there up to the 36-yard line.
Tackled by number 11, McComb. 1st and 10 from the 36-yard line.
Gales take over 1st and 10 at their own 36. So the offense, for as tired as the defense was there, the offense should be good and rested here. Not a lot of two-way players for the Gales this year. Johnson hands off, first man through, that's Hill. Hill, a good hard run on first down, gets up near another first down.
That'll be another Matt Taylor key on Lancaster, first down.
1st and 10 at the 47. Hill with 10 carries and 46 yards on the night so far. Here's Sampson. Sampson, a nice run for another first down for the Gales.
Sampson on the carry. Tackled by number 4, Sangari.
Gales giving them a dose of their basic
Another
runs
Matt
right
Taylor
there.
key on Lancaster, first down.
Got a whistle, got some equipment trouble for Reynoldsburg. Now they've got it taken care of. Caleb Sampson has 3 carries for 18 yards.
See Parker there, he's having a really good game again.
1st and 10, Lancaster. Sherrick takes the handoff, and he's hit immediately.
Sherrick on the carry.
Once again, 36. Chris Carr on the stop for the
Tackled by
Raiders.
number
Yeah,
36,
no chance
Carr,
that
number
time.
18, Woodford.
They had that totally defended.
Yeah.
Jared were prepared. Just no way.
2nd down and 11 for Lancaster at the Reynoldsburg 44-yard line. Here's Parker Hill again, right up the middle. Tell you what, offensive line
Hill
doing
on
a
the
great
carry.
job. Andrew Hanshee, the center.
Tackled by number
The guard's
52.
doing a great job opening up holes
Marcel
tonight
Burnett.
for the
Timeout,
running backs.
Reynoldsburg.
Reynoldsburg will take a timeout. That'll give us time to tell you about our halftime band show that's
36.
coming up. You want to stay tuned for that to watch the Lancaster Band of Gold. In fact, this is the 100th year coming up for the Lancaster Band of Gold, so you want to, I think they've got something special planned for that. Halftime band show tonight will be brought to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, Crematory and Monuments, family owned and operated since 1889. Check them out at funeralhome.com. The Frank E. Smith Funeral Home, respect for tradition, regard for change. Band show will also be brought to you by Fairfield Federal. When it comes to our customers and our community, we go above and beyond to help. Personal or business banking, whatever you need, we take it seriously because we know that you do. The difference is clear. Fairfield Federal Savings and Loan specializes in banking that revolves around you. Member FDIC, equal housing lender. That's a halftime band show coming up in just a little under 2 minutes here as we have 1:33 to play in this first half. You want to stay tuned for the Lancaster Band of Gold under the direction of Mr. Ben Factor. 3rd down and 6 for the Gales. Johnson back to pass. Has time. Now rush to the near side. And a good
Johnson
job
on
by
the
Titan
carry.
to at least try to make some positive yards there, but it's going to bring up a 4th down.
Tackled by number 27, Mobley. Timeout, Reynoldsburg.
Reynoldsburg takes another timeout.
It's a big decision right here because
4th
you're
and
kind of
4.
in a nowhere
Yeah, you're right.
position. Do you want to, punt it and try to pin them deep? Or do you go for the first down and, play to change momentum? Because Reynoldsburg certainly has the momentum at this point. It was 26-7. They went quick strike offense, changed the tempo, and have now cut the lead to 6 points.
Raiders use their last timeout right there. So 1:18 to play in the first half. Yeah, I think that was just the second one they've called. The scoreboard has it listed as no timeouts left, but I think that was just the second one, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Unless they called one earlier that I missed.
Gale's going for it.
Johnson gives it to Sherrick. Sherrick!
George Sherrick on
Did he
the
get the
carry.
first down? It's going to depend
He
on the
did.
spot. Yes, he did get it.
41, Sean Payne.
Good tough run, George Sherrick to get the first down.
That shows confidence in your team, your line, your runners.
First and 10, Gales at the Raider 31-yard line. Under a minute to play in the first half. Johnson back to pass. He's flushed out of the pocket, throws on the run. Oh, and the intended receiver couldn't haul it in. That's Christian Riley, but it does stop the clock.
Yeah, ball's a little behind him. That's a tough catch, Jared, to put the brakes on, and you have to reach back and catch it in his defense.
Yeah. So second down and 10. At the 31 for the Gales.
You can see Titan here on the run. See what I'm saying?
Yeah,
just
stop and reach
that's
behind
tough,
him, yeah.
Jared.
Johnson again to pass. On the run again. He just had to get rid of that one.
Yes.
He had pressure.
Pass intended for
His
Sampson.
intended receiver hadn't turned around yet, but Titan did all he could to just get rid of it.
Yeah, good decision. Don't take a sack there.
So the clock stops again, 42 seconds. Third and 10. Lancaster still with 2 timeouts. Eli Rathburn checks into the ball game. Titan Johnson out of the shotgun. Nobody in the backfield with him. Drops back to pass. Has pressure. Now he's got a wide open field in front of him. Titan Johnson inside the 10. Johnson inside the 5 and dives down to about the 3. Great carry by Titan Johnson. A good decision.
Well, you empty the backfield. You have to be accountable for the receivers on the perimeter, and it just opened up.
Yep. Gales take a timeout. They'll have it first and goal inside the 5 with 33 seconds. Watch this replay. Ooh, there's a block at the back that they got away with.
Well, if it's within a certain area, Jared, and I do not know the rule specifically, you can shove or push in that small area.
So the Gales will have first and goal at the 4. And they have 33 seconds to work with and 1 timeout. They lead at 26-20 in what's been an entertaining game for sure for the fans.
Yeah, you can run, whatever you feel comfortable with right now with having a timeout. Do what you're best at, and I'm sure they will.
It'll be Parker Hill right behind Johnson. Sherrick split out to the right side. And that flanker, or he stands right beside Parker Hill. And Hill will take the handoff. Goes right up the middle to the right of the guard. The right
Parker
guard.
Hill on the carry.
Down to about the 1, and Lancaster takes their final timeout.
Lancaster.
Well, now you can do the same thing. Parker's run really hard tonight. But if he doesn't get it, Jared, you have to get up and spike the football. And by the way, rule change this year, you can spike the football from the shotgun position, where they had always made him be under center before. I like that rule.
Yeah, absolutely. Gives you a little more room there.
Well, it just makes sense, especially at the high school level.
Yeah, especially, a lot of these teams you'll see run always out of the shotgun, and then the only time they're ever under center is to spike it.
Exactly.
And it makes it difficult when, you're not used to taking that snap from center to quarterback, so Good rule change there by the OHSAA.
Yes.
I believe, and I'm assuming that's an NFHS overall rule change, but we'll have to check that.
Generally is, but not always.
2nd and goal. Ball spotted at the 1-yard line for the Gales. Johnson gives to Parker Hill. Boy, he got a quick start.
Got to spike
Reynoldsburg
it.
Coaches wanted him to throw a flag for a false start.
You got to
Clock
get
is
up.
running at 17. They're still laying on the ground. Down to 11 seconds.
They got to run a play because next down will be 4th down.
And Reynoldsburg jumped there with 6 seconds on the clock.
Illegal snap.
Illegal snap. What's on the Gales?
What's the call, Jared? Procedure?
Called illegal snap on the Gales. So that backs them up, and as soon as they spot it, the clock's going to run.
Yeah, you got to get ready to go.
The clock is running down to 5. They got to hurry and snap it. Down to 3, down to 2, and he got the spike. Are they going to give him 1 second? Reynoldsburg's running off the field. Coach Carpenter going out. He wants 1 second put on the clock.
There wasn't any time left on the clock when they snapped.
You had the clock.
Yeah, it was out.
You got 1 second. Coach, he said there was no time left on the clock when he. Bullshit!
Safe to say Coach Carpenter's a little upset with that call.
That'll be the end of the first half. Lancaster 26.
So the half
20.
ends, and the Gales lead at 26-20 as time runs out on the Gales. With the exception of a couple plays here and there, that second drive and then this last drive here with a little bit of clock mismanagement, a pretty good first half played by the Gales. And I got to say, for George Sherrick and Titan Johnson and a couple other receivers, probably the best football we've seen them play in 2 years.
I would agree, definitely. Just execution, focus, and concentration. So,
Going to take a timeout. When we come back, we'll have the halftime band show brought to you by Frank E. Smith Funeral Home and also Fairfield Federal. And that's coming up in just a moment here on the High School Football Game of the Week. Stay with us.
Toyota, the hometown dealer who's here to help. We're honored to partner with countless schools, churches, and even local hospitals like Fairfield Medical Center.
One of the benefits we appreciate is the partnership between Buckeye Toyota and Walker Shoes.
We would give nurses free shoes for all they do for all the patients at Fairfield Medical Center. We look forward to partnering with Buckeye Toyota for a long, long time.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
Buckeye Toyota, the hometown dealer who's here to help. We're honored to partner with countless schools, churches, and even local hospitals like Fairfield Medical Center.
One of the benefits we appreciate is the partnership between Buckeye Toyota and Walker Shoes.
We would give nurses free shoes for all they do for all the patients at Fairfield Medical Center. We look forward to partnering with Buckeye Toyota for a long, long time.
Thank you for calling Buckeye Toyota. How may I help you?
Swing into the Carriage Company and check out our sweet deals.
If you're looking for the best selection of clean, quality used vehicles, look no further than the Carriage Company. You'll feel secure with your purchase, knowing all vehicles undergo an extensive safety and service check prior to the sale. And all vehicles can be viewed online at carriagecompany.com. The Carriage Company, located at 1031 North Memorial Drive in Lancaster.
So wait!
Being a first-time parent is very nerve-wracking going into the hospital. You don't really know what to expect. The nurses, the staff, the doctors, everyone at Fairfield Medical Center was very attentive. They just put my mind at ease. They answered any questions we asked. They supported us through the whole delivery, the post-delivery, our stay in the hospital. We felt like we were part of their family. I wouldn't have put myself or my daughter in anybody else's hands. Experience Fairfield Medical Center.
As a member of the Better Business Bureau, we are a Carfax Advantage dealer and offer great financing rates.
Ladies and gentlemen, yesterday, September 17th, was the 99th anniversary of the band's first ever performance at the Lancaster Logan football game at the Old Eagle Park. Happy birthday to the Lancaster Band! So today marks the first day of our 100th year. During this centennial year, the band will be performing actively in the community more than ever. We are extremely grateful to be part of the Lancaster community where we have served such an integral role for the last century. You can be part of the band's success in the next century. We've begun a virtual fundraising campaign to support our community efforts, and we will appreciate any support that you can give. Pull out your phones and visit our website, LancasterBands.com. That is LancasterBands, all one word, .com. Click on the support tab to help your Lancaster High School Band of Gold. and gentlemen, the grandest band of the land, your Lancaster High School Marching Band of Gold. The band is under the direction of Mr. Benjamin Factor, Assistant Director Mr. Jared Smith, Percussion Instructor Mr. Jay Fack, and Color Guard Instructors Britt Tisdale and Kylie Canfield. And as always, please support our band boosters tonight by visiting the concession stands under the stands.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, North Body Shop, Park National Bank, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Sheridan Funeral Home, Buckeye Toyota, and Standing Stone Bank.
And we welcome you back to Fulton Field, where halftime the Lancaster Golden Gales lead the Reynoldsburg Raiders 26-20 in what was a very entertaining first half. We hope you enjoyed the halftime band show. The 100th year of the Lancaster Band of Gold coming up, and they paid tribute to that with a big 100 on the field tonight. So congratulations to the Lancaster Band of Gold. First half stats, Shu, pretty good for the Lancaster Golden Gales. Passing stats are really the key tonight. Titan Johnson, 3 of 6, 173 yards. He had 2 touchdowns through the air, 1 rushing. George Sherrick with a reception for 83 yards and a touchdown. He also had Trevor Roby on the long 51-yard, or actually I think technically it was about a 47-yard touchdown reception. But I tell you, they've just been solid with the running game and the passing game tonight.
They have. They've had rhythm like they haven't before. And for some reason, the rhythm was good, and the best they've looked. They usually get better as weeks go on. The kids become more comfortable. The execution stands out.
Ladies and gentlemen, this year,
but I tell you, Jared, I really think whoever gains the momentum first this half will be in control here.
Meanwhile, for the Raiders, Dijon Jennings, 7 of 12 through the air for 109 yards, leading the way with 2 touchdowns. Rushing, Jeremiah Crawford-Smith had a nice first half, 4 carries, 29 yards, and that tough touchdown run that we saw late in the first half.
Yeah, Dijon, as we said, he kind of stirs their drink for the offense, and he throws a nice ball, Jared, and you got to remember, he's only a junior.
Listen to these rushing stats for the Gales and how balanced they are. Parker Hill leads the way, 14 carries, 65 yards. George Sherrick, 9 carries, 45 yards. Titan Johnson has 4 carries, 35 yards. And Caleb Sampson with 4 carries and 29 yards.
Yeah, and that's when they're at their best, when they have that going on. Parker Hill was over 100 yards last week.
Yeah. So it's year in and year out. The Gales have a stable of backs, and they can give it to any of them. And, that's why typically you look at high school football stats, you'll see one rusher 100 yards every week. But you look at Lancaster stats year after year, and it's one guy might have 100 one week, and the next week it's a different guy 100 yards rushing. And they've got the ability, and that offense they run, you've got to have fresh legs. And they do a nice job of preparing these guys week in and week out.
All players provide strengths, and some have different ones, and some players have some weaknesses. Yeah. So you play to those strengths, try to provide the team that, and it helps the player and the team.
Checking some scores from other games around the area tonight. The Amanda Clear Creek Aces lead the Circleville Tigers 21-6 at halftime. It is Bloom Carroll down in Logan. They lead the Chieftains 14-0 at halftime. In Miller at Corning, the Bern Union Rockets lead the Miller Falcons 13-0. And no score still listed for Fairfield Union Logan Elm. I'm sure that's there is probably a score there, and it's later than the first quarter. Just don't have an update on that one. And then the Liberty Union Grandview Heights game, it's listed as 63-6 at halftime. The Lions on top of the Bobcats. We're trying to get confirmation on that, whether that is the actual score or not. And then one game coming up tomorrow night right here at Fulton Field. It'll be Fisher Catholic hosting the Fairfield Christian Knights. That'll be a good one as well under the lights tomorrow night here at Fulton Field. Currently, the Gales lead at 26-20. They will be kicking off to the Raiders, and how important right here would it be for this defense, Coach Pezo's defense, to get a big stop with just a 6-point lead heading into the third quarter.
Well, Reynoldsburg is very good offensively, and realistically, Lancaster's played solid defensively.
Yeah.
You know, I thought the last time they had to go on because of the failed execution on the special teams, they were a little tired.
Yep.
I thought they had been out there a while, and I thought Reynoldsburg took, advantage of that situation. But overall, they've been very good. Now they're going to be asked to be very, very good or even better than that right now this half.
One guy that stands out defensively so far tonight for the Gales is Briston Poe. We've seen him make some pretty big plays in the open field. He's done a nice job.
Well, we talked about Reynoldsburg having assignment football on defense against the wing T because you get out of position, you get hurt really bad. Well, the same thing for Lancaster. You have to have assignments, and you have to contain their speed and force them back into the defense.
Glad you're with us here on our football game of the week, brought to you by Buffalo Wild Wings, Jared Stewart, Tim Shoemaker, and our entire Interphase Video Productions crew, bringing you tonight's live action. Glad you're joining us here on this beautiful Friday night. The Gales set to kick it away to open the second half. Isaac Pellini to kick it, and Gillum back deep for the Raiders. It will be Gillum taking it at the 14-yard line. He's got a wall of blockers in front of him, and Gillum trying to get to that far sideline. And a nice return once again.
Gillum on the return.
For Marquez Gillum, getting out to about the 36-yard line.
He is a very, very dangerous returner.
Talked about him in the pregame, just listed at 5'5", 135, but Coach Buddy White says, he may be 5'3".
Yeah. And, I liked hearing and listening to Coach White just talk about, the positive of his program and kids. And, he runs a pretty tight ship, Jared, as far as, you're going to do what he expects or, you'll have to play somewhere else.
Jennings completes the pass. Some running room out to the near side. There's a flag down.
Jennings pass complete
as the reception to Jabari Mitchell gets him all the way out into the Gales territory, but we'll see what the penalty is.
Illegal block in the back. Number 8, White.
So that one's coming back. It is on Reynoldsburg. That's a big one. Wipes off a nice first down gain up into Lancaster territory, and will instead back him all the way up inside the 30, where it will be first down and 20. Or check that, about 17 here. Tim, you talked about Coach Buddy White, and he's done a great job with this program. They've been in the playoffs 2 years in a row. They've beaten Lancaster 3 years in a row. They're trying to desperately here to get that make that 4 years in a row as another flag comes in here on first down.
Might have been defensive holding on the receiver.
White? Okay.
Offensive pass interference.
Pass interference. Offense. Number 8.
Wow. 2 big penalties in a row on Reynoldsburg, backing them up after they had good field position to start this drive. They had it at the 36. And now they are back
14 and a half
to the 19-yard line. No, check that. They're at the 14.5-yard line. So, man.
22.5 yards to go,
a long way. Jennings out of the shotgun. Back to pass, quick pass, and it's low.
Jennings pass incomplete.
And unable to be hauled in by Enrique Love.
Second and long.
Yeah, we can't say that the Raiders came out of the locker room really not focused because they're not in the locker room when you're on the road.
Yeah. Yeah, that's been an adjustment for all teams this year, especially the road teams, not being able to, to use a locker room. They're having to basically get off the bus in their pads and not being able to go to a locker room at halftime. As Jennings hits his man in stride, that's Gillum across midfield. Gillum cuts back, a nice cutback, and then he gets a good big block, but a strip, and the Gales recover. What a job on the strip there by number 19, Davon Lewis.
What a great effort to trail the play and not give up on it.
Lancaster will take over.
Wow. Huge gain on the pass and a great run by Gillum, but then Davon Lewis tracked him down and just stripped it out of there. A great job, and then the Gales pounced on it, and they'll take over on downs after the turnover. To use a locker room, they're having to basically get off the bus in their pads and not.
Hit him in stride. You're thinking, oh no, if you're a defender. But watch here. What a great effort.
Yeah.
Sampson on the carry.
And then it was recovered
by
the Gales.
Woodford.
Yeah, that's smart. Just get on the football.
Back at live action, the Gales ran a short run play. It brings up a 2nd down and 9. Johnson has Parker Hill behind him, as well as George Sherrick. Roby split out wide to the right side. Uh-oh, now the ball's loose. Parker Hill was hit and stripped. And the Raiders have it now. No, wait. The Gales have it.
Recovered by Lancaster.
Boy, all of the Reynoldsburg side thought they had it. They were jumping up and down.
Yeah, you see this again. Watch him punch the ball. That's a smart play right here.
Yeah, really good job by Davon Lewis.
He came down on it. And when you're a runner, you have to know that pursuit is going to be coming.
And then Sam Fink was there, Johnny on the spot to jump on it. 3rd down and 7 here for the Gales. Johnson keeps it himself around the near side. He's got some running room. Johnson, nice move and gets out of bounds at the 30-yard line. 1st down Gales.
We've seen years where Lancaster has run the quarterback more, but they really have done a nice job of picking the times for Titan to run it.
Titans playing with a lot of confidence here tonight. First and 10, Lancaster. Titan keeps it again, going right side. He's up across the 40 to about the 44.
Tackled by 41, Sean Payne.
That's another 10-yard gain and a first down.
Looked like they were going to run the dive right into the line. Jared did a good job of faking again. Put it in the belly, pull it out.
Reynoldsburg takes a timeout.
Timeout, Reynoldsburg.
After they've seen 2 10-yard runs by the quarterback, Titan Johnson.
Well, I tell you, they call the timeouts right now when they feel like they're losing momentum.
You're right. And we've seen that pay off for them.
And let's give a big shout out to Standing Stone Bank. Whether you're ready to tackle a mortgage loan or need cash for home improvements, make Standing Stone Bank the key player in your home or business financial plans. Business to business, neighbor to neighbor. Let's grow this town together. Standing Stone Bank, an equal housing lender, member FDIC.
Titan Johnson up to 58 yards on the ground, 9.7 per carry, with just 6 carries tonight and 1 touchdown on the ground. And also that goes along with his 2 touchdown passes.
Well, in any offense, if you got some balance, and for Lancaster and teams that run the wing T, we know that that's going to be your feature running the ball. But they have become a threat throwing the ball.
Yeah.
And, Titan had a big gain on that quarterback draw late in the first half, and those are the things that it can open up for you.
I said 2 touchdown passes. He actually has 3, 1 to Sherrick, 1 to Roby, and 1 to Nasir Robinson, which might have been the most impressive one of the night across the middle. we got a little bit extracurricular activity going on way late downfield, and that's going to be a penalty on the Raiders. Had a Lancaster player and a Raider player locked up.
Yeah, personal foul. All right, so.
After the play.
Okay. Dead ball, personal foul. White.
That's a big one.
See, again, I just can't understand.
I mean, they were 25 yards away from the play.
Yeah, but that's just not, we've talked about that before. We saw it out of some players last week. You just cannot make those mistakes. And I think from a coaching standpoint, you take them off the field, Jared. You don't have to, have them sit for a half or a quarter. Just take them off and talk to them about composure.
Right. Here's Sherrick going around the right side.
Sherrick on the carry.
Did I see a flag come in? Yeah, I think I. Yeah, there's a flag laying over there.
2nd and 5.
Holding. 20 blue.
That backs the Gales up now.
There's 3 phases to a game. You got the physical part of it, which you normally see. You have the mental part of it, which comes through preparation and practice, but the emotional part of it. And you have to coach your teams to be emotionally tough.
Right. First and 16 for the Gales, 8:53 to play in the third quarter. Here's Sampson on the carry.
Sampson on the carry.
Gets back up across the original line of scrimmage. Bring up a 2nd down and about 8.
2nd and 8.
Johnson keeps it himself again. Titan getting to the outside. Titan Johnson on the move across the 20-yard line and down inside the 20 to about the 17.
Chased out of bounds by number 34, Spencer. Another Lancaster, Matt Taylor, Kia. First down.
First and 10 Gales. Trevor Roby splits out wide to the right side. Johnson gives it to Sherrick. Sherrick to the goal line and a touchdown Gales.
We can hear the assistant yelling counter up here, but it doesn't matter what you know.
Yeah.
It has to be conveyed on the field.
Yeah. They've got a slightly better vantage point. Here's the replay.
Yeah. Oh. Watch his explosion once he gets through the hole. Not a chance.
Second touchdown of the night for George Sherrick with 8:07 to play in the third quarter.
Again, this is huge because Reynoldsburg had hit the big play and the Gales took advantage of the turnover and again drove a long field, Jared.
Gales will go for 2. Titan Johnson gets the 2-point conversion to put him back up by 14, 34-20.
Lancaster 34, Reynoldsburg 20.
Tell you what, Shu, I said it earlier, but I can't reiterate it enough. The confidence, the poise that Titan Johnson's playing with tonight, it's unlike we have seen in 2 years.
Well, I like his toughness, too.
Yeah.
He's showing how tough he is. Right there, he had to take on a defender. He went for it. He wasn't going to be stopped.
Watch this here on the 2-point conversion.
Watch him take him on right here. You got to take him on. See him?
Yeah.
He delivered the blow, Jared.
Marquez Gillum.
Got to like it. If you're a football fan, regardless of what team you're rooting for, you got to like that.
So the Gales up 34-20, 8:07 to play in the third quarter. Back deep now for the Raiders. Once again is Marquez Gillum. Pelini's kick, a good one. Backs him all the way up to the 3-yard line. Here comes Gillum right up the middle. Gillum somehow got away from that one and all the way up near the 50-yard line. A great return by Marquez Gillum.
David Roby.
Yeah, I think at some point you might want to look at, doing something a little different on your kickoff coverage.
Kick it away from him.
Somehow. And even make them run it from the 35, Jared.
Yeah.
I mean, at least that's 65 yards they got to cover when, you're looking at it now, and they're at the 47, 48-yard line.
1st and 10 Raiders. Trips out to the left side. Jennings hands it off. First man through. That's Crawford Smith.
24 on the carry. Tackled
Short
by
gain
number
on the
74,
play.
Ty Hedges.
Ty
2nd and
Hedges on
9.
the stop for the Gales. Out of that nose guard position. Jennings back to pass. Lofts one over to the far side.
Jennings pass intended for number
And incomplete.
5, Love.
Enrique Love was his intended
Kristen
receiver.
Poe in coverage. 3rd and long.
Man-to-man coverage provided by Briston Poe. 3rd down and 9 upcoming for the Raiders. 7:20 to play in the 3rd quarter. You hear the crowd and the rest of the team on the sideline getting fired up as Jennings fires across the middle. Nice pass and a nice catch for a first down up to the 40.
Jennings pass complete to number 7, Torrance. Tackled by number 19, Devon Lewis.
Yeah, Coach White mentioned the other day that they have a really core of receivers they throw to. It's not really isolated on one person specifically.
Wow, what a run there. Again, Crawford Smith.
24,
yeah,
Jeremiah
good tough
Crawford
running,
Smith
too,
on the
like we
carry,
talked
tackled by
about
number
with
3,
Titan.
Riley
He
Poston.
took on the defender.
2nd and 4.
Riley Poston made the stop for the Gales.
Again, back to quick rhythm and tempo.
Jennings fumbled the snap, and he picks it up and picks up a first down.
Jennings on the carry. Tackled by number 4, Eli Rathburn. 1st and 10.
Shoot, the way this looks, I'm not sure I wouldn't play this way all the time.
Yeah.
This kind of tempo.
No doubt.
Players look comfortable. Doesn't mean you have to snap it right away.
Right.
Just get set and get ready to go.
And movement.
Dead ball, illegal procedure, white.
Against Reynoldsburg.
Unfortunately, that player's had 3 offensive penalties this half. He's not going to enjoy film the next day. No. And we're not here to bash him or point him out, but it's been the same play.
Makes it 1st and 15 from the 30-yard line. 6:19 and counting in the 3rd quarter. Jennings in and out of the hands of Gillum.
Jennings
I think he tried to run before he caught it.
My exact thought.
2nd and 15.
He took his eye off the ball at the last moment to look upfield to see where he could get extra yardage.
Clock stopped at 6:12 in the 3rd quarter. 2nd down and 15 coming for the Raiders. Jennings looking to pass. Fires one down to the end zone. He's got a man down there. Nice catch in the end zone by number
Jennings
7,
pass complete to
Savion
number 7,
Torrance.
Savion Torrance for the
Beautiful pass across the middle.
Well, you know what I'm impressed with is how well they throw and catch. But I'm telling you, Jared, that offensive line has performed a great pocket.
Yeah.
Lancaster is going to have to do something if they want to be successful
And a kick,
on the
93,
defensive end is to
Myers.
put pressure on Jennings.
Yep.
Because he is really seeing the field well. His receivers catch the football.
Extra point kick is up, and it's good.
Kick is good. Lancaster 34.
Makes it a 7-point game once again at 34-27 with 6:05 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Here we go. Not terrible coverage.
That's Briston Poe on the coverage, and he did what he could. Just a great catch.
Yeah, the only thing I'd like to see is Poe get his left hand, and play the ball a little more.
Yeah.
But as far as the coverage, great effort.
Savion Torrance, a 5'11", 185-pound junior, making that reception from his junior quarterback, Dijon Jennings. Seeing some very nice passing stats put up by both these quarterbacks tonight. Dijon Jennings, 7 of 12, 109 yards, 2 touchdowns.
He throws a solid ball. What I mean by that is it's usually on target and it's on time.
And for the Gales, Titan Johnson, 3 of 6, 173 yards and 3 touchdowns. Johnson also leads the Gales in rushing with 74 yards on the ground. Uh-oh, the kickoff loose on the field, and the Raiders recover it. That's twice tonight that the Gales could not recover a kickoff.
Recovered by number 5, Enrique Love.
Enrique Love with the recovery. And now the Raiders are going to have outstanding field position. Watch this on the replay. Kick was short. And then just Nasir Robinson, that's one of those unfortunate things. He's reaching down to pick it up, and his foot accidentally kicked it. Kind of remind me of Paul O'Neill kicking the ball in from right field. Jennings going to go for the throat right here to the end zone, and his receiver stopped running.
Jennings' pass intended for number 35.
Flag
There's
on the
flag on the
play.
Holding against Reynoldsburg.
Got to find some way to put pressure on the quarterback if you're going to be successful.
Yep. 74. 74 had a lot of jersey.
I like the description
From here.
there.
From the 31 to the 41.
Remember the old NFL films of Ben Dreith when Mark Gastineau, he said he's giving him the business.
I miss NFL films.
Yeah, Steve Sable and that bunch, those were some of the best watches that you could have as a sports fan.
First and 27 here for the Raiders. Backed all the way up to the 41. Jennings has pressure this time. All over him, and he lost the football. It's loose. Still loose.
Jennings sack,
and
fumble
the
on the
Raiders
play.
recover it, but man, they're way back.
Recovered by Reynoldsburg.
Back in their own territory now. And we have a whistle. Equipment trouble for the Gales. So they get that player off. 2nd down and 38 for Reynoldsburg. They're calling on Titan Johnson. They're going to want him on defense as a safety here in a moment. Jennings back to pass. He has all day. Launches one downfield and just overthrows his intended receiver, Gillum.
That's your 2nd and 38 play.
And Lewis in coverage.
Throw it out there.
3rd and long.
Hope he catches it.
Yeah. Third and 38 now on their own 48-yard line. 5:03 to play in the 3rd quarter. Raiders taking a long time to get this play in. Play clock down to 6 seconds. Inside of 5. And they're not going to get it off.
No.
Delay of game going to back them up even more.
Well, now you have to call your 3rd and 43
Play game against Reynoldsburg.
At this point, you might as well Hail Mary it down the field, and if it gets intercepted, it's just as good as a punt.
I agree. And you might catch it and score.
True.
Because they do catch the ball well. They're Reynoldsburg receivers.
They're just going to hand it off.
Or you can run it off tackle.
Yeah. Gets up near the 50.
Jeremiah Crawford Smith on the carry.
So now the Raiders will punt.
Tackled by 44 A.J. Locke. 53
So good job
Zindale
defensively by the Gales. They were benefited by a few big penalties on the Raiders there.
Well, they had another gaffe on their special teams, and they weathered that. Now that they hope to get the ball back and get back to their execution offensively.
And the punt's blocked. It's blocked. So the Gales going to have excellent field position.
Punt is blocked by number 80, Aiden Rings.
At the Reynoldsburg 43-yard line.
First and 10.
Aiden Rings on the block.
43-yard line
for the Gales.
Well, see if they can focus and execute. Yeah, bad hop.
Yeah.
He just took too long. Size does matter sometimes in sports,
it does.
Jared. Yeah, he stuck his right arm out there and got a piece of that.
Here's Robinson. Oh, big block. Wow. Christian Riley. Wow.
Tackled by number 3, Preston, and number 36, Carr.
Huge block.
2nd and 4.
To give Nasir Robinson some more room to run there. Watch this. Watch 87 right here. Boom. Wow.
How do you do?
Second and 4 for the Gales. Johnson again to Robinson. Nasir has the first down. I like
Robinson
this.
on the carry.
A little bit different look here. Nasir
10,
Robinson running the football, and also
Lancaster,
shows you self-confidence.
first
He's the
down.
one that muffed that last kickoff, and put him back in there and let him see what he can do.
Well, playing offense and playing special teams are different things.
Totally different.
They are.
First and 10 Gales after 2 consecutive runs by Nasir Robinson.
Yeah, but Sherrick's back there now.
This time, Johnson gives right up the middle. I believe it's Hill.
Taylor Kirkpatrick on the carry.
No, it's Kirkpatrick.
Tackled by number 18,
That's
Woodford.
a name we haven't called
2nd
tonight,
and
number
4.
29.
Not at all.
Taylor Kirkpatrick, senior running back.
Hey, you work hard every week. You do what you're supposed to do. You never know. You might get your number called on Friday night.
That's true. Kirkpatrick stays in the game. Deshaun Garnes splits out wide to the right side. Here's Sherrick. Good cutback by Sherrick. It's inside the 20 and a first down for the Gales.
Tackled by number 3, Johnny Preston. Be another Lancaster, Matt Taylor Kia, first down.
First and 10 Gales at the 19-yard line of Reynoldsburg as the clock rolls at 2:31 and counting here in the third quarter.
Well, this is where it really calls for you to have the discipline, the toughness, and the concentration to do things right here.
Johnson right up the middle. Kirkpatrick again. Boy, that's a tough run.
Kirkpatrick on the carry. Tackled by number 3, Preston.
Give him about 4 yards on the carry up to the
2nd and 6.
15.
You can see right here, feeling his way through, shedding tacklers, keeping the feet moving.
Johnson to Robinson. Robinson to the goal line. Touchdown, Gales.
Nasir Robinson in for the score.
Second score of the game for Nasir Robinson. One through the air and one on the ground.
Reynoldsburg snuck a couple of players on the inside, Jared, to kind of overload it. Lancaster did a nice job getting that slant, getting it blocked. Straight line to the end zone.
And a kick for Lancaster, 77, Isaac
Bellini comes on to kick the extra point. Be out of the hold of Titan Johnson. And Bellini's kick is up, and it's good.
Bellini's kick is good.
See right here.
41, Reynoldsburg 27.
See the blocking.
Yeah, nice job there.
Yeah.
52, Tanner Taylor with a good block.
Tanner's been on it tonight.
Yes, he has.
Now we'll see if Reynoldsburg comes back here and gets in their tempo offense and see if they can get something going. You know, the last drive was stalled by, you know, a lot of mistakes and penalties.
Listen to all these rushing stats for the Gales. Titan Johnson leads them, 7 carries, 74 yards. Parker Hill, 15 carries, 71 yards. George Sherrick, 11 carries, 68 yards. Nasir Robinson, 5 carries, 42 yards. Caleb Sampson, 6 carries, 38 yards. Taylor Kirkpatrick, 4 carries, 18 yards. That's a stable of running backs right there, 6 of them.
Yeah, before long you'll be putting Jim Spires and Jason Roush on those stats.
Jason would be a good fullback for Jim Spires out around the end.
He's got to sell Jason on blocking.
Bellini kicks it deep. It'll be taken by Gillum again at the 4-yard line. And Gillum again right up the middle. Gillum, he might break this one.
Yeah, I don't understand that, Jared.
Marquez Gillum down to the 10. Will he make it? And he will not. He's tracked down. Boy, I tell you, Eli Rathburn, a great job.
Number 4, Eli Rathburn at the 2-yard line.
Rathburn tracked him down, but how about Marquez Gillum? Just took it from the 4 all the way up the middle, and the Gales continue to kick it to him.
You know, and I'm not questioning the coaching and the ability of the players. I just don't understand because he is a weapon, especially on the returns.
Definitely quick.
Well, he's quick, but he also has a purpose.
Yep.
I mean, he has a goal to score. You can see that when he catches it.
First and goal.
See if the
for
defense
the Raiders.
got a little fight in him now.
Handoff, first man through. Touchdown, Raiders.
Touchdown by number 24.
That's a new running back. I think, was that
Smith.
47?
That's what it looked like
James
from
Williams? I think James Williams ran that one in. 47.
You can see here, just right up the middle, and nobody really touches him, Jared.
Then it was just off to the races, and I tell you, give credit to Eli Rathburn to not give up.
We saved him another play.
Yep. Low snap, kick is up, and it's good.
Myers' kick is good. Lancaster 41.
So with 1:13 to play in the third
34.
quarter, back to a one-score ball game, 41-34. Seems like every time Lancaster kind of gets it out to a 2-score game, here comes the Raiders right back.
It has been a seesaw game, that's for sure. Momentum gained, momentum lost, and then
I'll be honest, I didn't see this high-scoring game, you know, but I tell you, both offenses have put up some numbers tonight.
Well, I think a couple of things come into play. Lancaster's offense improves and does get better, and this is the best they've played for a period of time in a game all season. And Reynoldsburg is a little younger defensively, a little less experienced, and I think they're being taught a few things about assignment football.
Yep. So the Raiders to kick it off. We've seen them recover 2 kickoffs that weren't even onside kicks tonight. Kick bounces at the 31 and taken at the 30 by Briston Poe.
Briston Poe on the return.
Checking some scores
Tackled
of other
by
games
number 23
around the
Deontay
area
Head.
tonight.
First and 10 from the
In the
35-yard
third quarter,
line.
it's Bern Union over Miller 20-6 down in Corning. Logan Elm leads Fairfield Union 28-14 in the fourth quarter. It's Bloom Carroll over Logan. That one has not been updated since halftime. Amanda Clear Creek leads Circleville 35-12 in the fourth quarter. Liberty Union all over Grandview Heights 71-6 in the fourth quarter. And of course your game here, 41-34. Gales holding the lead against Reynoldsburg with 1:09 to play in the third quarter. Johnson gives it to Nasir Robinson. Robinson. Nice run out to the 41-yard line.
By number 25,
I thought he was going to cut it back up and in, but he made a nice decision.
Yeah, there wasn't a whole lot there, and he still
Second
gained
and 4.
positive yardage. 6 yards on the carry.
You take that.
Inside of a minute to play in the third quarter. Handoff, first man through. I couldn't tell if that was Hill or if it was Kirkpatrick, but there's a big scrum there, and it's going to be close to another first down.
Parker Hill on the carry.
It was Parker Hill.
Future rugby union guys right
By
there.
number 56, Patrick O'Brien.
And we've got a
And number 75,
injured Reynoldsburg
Caleb
Raider
Brandon.
on the ground. It was right in the middle of that pile.
Yeah.
That's never
Timeout
good.
for an injury.
Those guys get in there in that scrum, so hopefully he'll be all right.
You know, honestly, when you have piles like that and things, it's really amazing that there aren't actually more.
Yeah.
Start getting limbs tangled and ankles and knees stepped on and twisted.
Shu, let's take a moment to talk kind of a little bit about it. We touched on this week one, but we haven't really talked more since then. Some of the rule changes, we have an injury on the field. We see the water going out on the field, and one of the changes is everybody has to have their own water bottle. There's no sharing of water bottles. So on the sideline, we see all these guys bringing their big water jugs from home. But right now on the field for the Gales, they've got a cooler out there, and everybody has an individual plastic water bottles. There's some of the rule modifications.
Yeah, I mean, those are all for safety, as we all know, as we're all trying to hang in there and make it through this COVID-19 era, however long this lasts. But, yeah, you know, and I think the teams have done a good job. I think when you saw the Big Ten swing their vote this week, it was pretty interesting to me when they're looking at, well, there's Notre Dame is in the state of Indiana. The SEC has the state of Kentucky. West Virginia's in the Big 12, and our high school teams in our state are playing. Why can't we play?
Yeah, exactly.
You know?
Yep.
And I agree. You have to give it a shot.
Yep.
Because if it doesn't work, Jared, then it doesn't work.
Good to see Caleb Bernadine walking off the field under his own power, a little limping, but it's good to see him up as he was down for a little while on the field with that injury. The Gales will have first and 10 at their own 46-yard line, 19 seconds showing on the game clock in the third quarter. And now the clock will roll, and they might just let this run out and go to the fourth quarter.
I think that'd be a wise decision.
Yep. Once again, the Gales coming up next week. We'll have Pickerington Central in week number 5, and then week number 6, which is the
34.
I guess it's not technically the final regular season game with the way the new setup is, but the first, I guess you could call it the first regular season. Game 6 will be against Newark back here at home in week number 6. But let's talk a little bit about that. We talked about some of the rule changes, but 6-game regular season, then playoffs, which everybody has a chance to make if they opt to. But then after they're out of the playoffs, they can still choose to play their last 3 or however many games they have left to add up to 10.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see kind of how that goes and what they decide to do because of all the preparation it takes to put on. You know, we've spoken for years that football is an event.
Yeah.
It's a community event. It's not just show up and play a game.
Right.
I mean, there's a lot that goes into this. You know, even in our production, we have lots of people who provide all of this to make this successful.
Yep.
Think about a football game on a Friday night. So it'll be really interesting, Jared. And it's like everything else in 2020. You just kind of go, huh.
It's almost like you would have to go ahead and schedule them ahead of time, not knowing if you're going to be having those extra 3 games or not, as George Sherritt gets the carry here. But I was having that conversation this week with somebody, about what do you do? I mean, you obviously, if you elect to play in the playoffs, you at least, you can potentially have 3 games, but maybe not if you make a playoff run. So what do you do? Do you go ahead and schedule them? You call another team and say, hey, let's go ahead and schedule this, but with the understanding we might have to wipe this off the schedule.
Hey, baseball coaches have done that for years.
I hear you.
So I have no problem with that. My only concern is don't put the athletes at a position where they have to choose to go to their next sport or do something else.
Yeah.
That would be the only thing I wouldn't like.
I tell you what I do like about it is that we might get to see some matchups that we wouldn't normally see.
True.
You're not going to see, like for instance, if the Gales,
Parker
if
Hill
they
on the
have
carry.
3 games left,
Tackled by number 18,
that's
Makai
saying
Woodford.
if they would happen to lose that first
3rd and
round, which
4.
we hope they don't, but if they would, they don't have 3 more league games to play. They can pick up anybody. It would be really nice to see them maybe play some teams that we haven't seen them. We're not used to seeing them play.
Right. And
maybe even a Canal or a Zanesville or a Taze Valley or somebody like that.
You just never know. I think again, it's like everything else that's been said since March of this year. We just kind of got to look at this.
Yeah, it's a fluid situation.
Yeah. Fluid as a rock pile, right?
On 3rd down and 4 for the Gales, Titan Johnson back to pass. And he just lofts one out there. Oh, it was in the hands, but a great hit.
Yeah.
Pass intended for Christian
Riley had it, but you can't fault him. I tell you,
36.
36. Chris Carr comes in and lays a hit on him to knock it loose.
Yeah, Chris Carr made the play, put his hand on the ball, and until you get that ball secured close to your body, that's pretty tough.
Yeah, the ball was in the air for a while as Titan Johnson just threw it off his back foot as he had pressure. It's amazing that he was able to find a receiver out there. So 4th down and 4, 10:26 to play in the ball game. Pelini to punt it away. Good end-over-end kick, and they will let it bounce. Gillum lets it roll.
Yeah, you got to fair catch that football in that situation.
Pelini's
Just go
punt
catch
is
it.
down at the 7-yard line.
So the Raiders will take over at their own 7-yard line, down by 7. 41-34 with 10:13 to play in regulation. So we go from seeing a 16-13 final score last week to this one tonight.
Well, this division is very interesting.
Yeah,
we've watched these games in this division for years, and very interesting. You have different styles and different things that occur each night.
Jennings keeps it himself. He's got some blockers out there, and it's
Jennings
close to a 10-yard run there on first down.
Again, he made a really good fake.
Briston Poe once again on the stop for
First
the
and
Gales. Poe comes all the way from the near side, all the way to the far side of the field to make that stop.
Excuse me, 2nd and 1.
Well, he's been easily identifiable the last 2 weeks.
Yep.
Totally.
And we've got a whistle and a
Flags on the
flag
play.
as the snap is snapped, but this is going to come back.
Yeah, it's a
Dead
procedure.
Dead ball. Illegal procedure.
2nd
White.
and 6.
So what was 2nd and 1 makes it now 2nd and 6. Jennings takes the high snap, gives off.
Jeremiah
That's
Crawford Smith on the carry.
Gets up close to the 17, 18-yard line. Going to bring up a
Tackled by
3rd
number
and
58,
1.
Blake Russell, number 20, Parker Hill.
So 3rd down and 1 coming up. Reynoldsburg coming with a little bit of tempo once again. Jennings tucks it himself and has the first down.
Jennings on the carry. Tackled by number 80, Aiden Rings.
Rings on the stop for the Gales. 1st and 10. Reynoldsburg at their own 20-yard line. trailing by 7 with 8:57 and counting in the fourth quarter. Jennings has all day. Oh, he throws one over the middle. I think he hit the official.
The umpire should have caught that.
Jennings pass intended for number 35, Jabari Mitchell.
Yeah, that was.
2nd and 10.
It's a little scary if you're an official and he unloads one there from 10 yards away from you.
Yeah. So 2nd down and 10 upcoming. Savion Torrance splits out wide to the near side, along with Enrique Love. Crawford Smith stands to the right of Jennings as the play clock down inside of 5. Jennings looking to pass, dumps one out there down the far sideline and incomplete.
Jennings pass intended for number 24, Crawford Smith.
Coach
3rd
White
and 10.
over on that far side looking for a flag. As it looked like the intended receiver might have had his shoulder pad grabbed as he was running, trying to catch a football. 3rd and 10 here. Big 3rd down play.
Again, I think the key is if Lancaster can put any pressure on Jennings. I think Jennings is too good just to let him be idle back there.
Fans getting into it here at Fulton Field. Jennings to pass. Wow, what a catch over on the sideline for the 1st down. Great job. That's number 8, Justin
Jennings pass
Barco.
complete to number 8, Justin Barco for the 1st down.
Yeah, with a 3-man rush, they just pass and catch it too doggone well.
Lancaster rushing to get guys off the field as they're going tempo here. Oh, Marquez Gillum is hit hard as soon as he caught the pass. That's Sam Fink on the stop.
Yeah, Sam was solid last week, I thought, in their defensive scheming.
Here was that catch by Barco.
That's a big-time play. Throwing an out pass against good coverage.
Loss on that last play of 5, so 2nd down and 15.
Yeah, they don't quite have the tempo going for them like they had for a while there. Yeah, here comes the pressure, see?
Sidesteps it across the middle. It's complete once again to his man. That's Barco. But it is a little shy of the 1st down.
Yeah, but you made him be creative, and he showed his talent right there, Jennings did. But I do like, if I'm a defensive coach at this point, putting pressure on the quarterback.
3rd and 3. Jennings to Crawford Smith, and he dives forward, but barely gets back to the line of scrimmage.
Smith on the carry.
Yeah, they're going to go for it here.
50, Anthony Smith. 4th and 2.
Fourth and 2 for the Raiders. Big play in the ball game right here. 6:46 and counting to play in the 4th quarter. Gales lead it 41-34 by 1 touchdown.
Can't sit back.
Jennings will reset Crawford Smith to his left. It's a quarterback keeper all the way. Jennings, I don't know if he got it or not. No,
Jennings
I don't think he did, based on where he stepped out.
I think the official gave it to him.
Wow, that was close.
1st down, Reynoldsburg.
Wow, that was close.
Well, you know why Jennings moved him over there, so he could block.
Yeah, you're right.
He really makes this team go. Reynoldsburg.
1st and 10.
You can see right here. It's hard to tell, Jared, with all the bodies there.
There's Crawford Smith. Crawford Smith, oh, he almost broke free. A.J. Locke had a hold of his feet. And Crawford Smith lost his shoe.
2nd and 5.
And his sock. A.J. Locke was definitely holding on. 2nd and 5. High snap, Jennings looking to pass. Hits his man. It's Torrance. Torrance still on his feet to the 25. Torrance cuts back to the middle. He's down to the 20. Big gainer for the Raiders.
Boy, they say if you let the offensive player cut your face on the slant, you are in trouble.
Yeah.
From the 21-yard line.
Tell you what, Shu, I keep seeing those orange bean bags that they spot the football, and I keep thinking they're flags on the field. 1st and 10, Reynoldsburg.
Big play for the Raiders there.
Jennings again to pass. He's going to loft one down to the corner of the end zone. Enrique Love couldn't haul it in.
Jennings pass intended for number 5, Enrique Love.
And then he takes a little push there at the end.
Yeah, that's a long pass from the right hash mark.
Yeah, it is.
And actually, that was pretty well thrown ball. Yep, you can see right here at the end of the previous play.
Second and 10. Play clock down inside of 17. Jennings hands off. Right up the middle, 47. That's James Williams. That's the man we saw score the last touchdown for the Raiders.
Well, I know this. If I'm the Reynoldsburg offensive coach, I'm going to have it in Jennings' hand here down in this area.
Yep.
He's too doggone good for you not to have it in his hands.
3rd and 7, 5:08 and counting here to play in the 4th quarter. Gales lead at 41-34. Reynoldsburg on the move. Big 3rd down right here. But this is obviously 4-down territory. Jennings, look at the pass. He has pressure. He's got a man open in the end zone. Touchdown, Raiders.
Yeah, just a missed assignment.
Jennings pass complete to number 7, Savion Torrance.
And that's why I'd keep it in his hands.
Absolutely.
He makes really good reads.
Here comes a big extra point. Although, Coach Buddy White out there with Jennings, it almost looks like they're going to go for 2 here.
It does.
How about this? They are going to go for 2 to take a lead.
Well, it's been a game of momentum, that's for sure.
Jennings looking to pass. He's got a man, and it's through his hands. Wow. Through the hands of his wide open man in the end zone.
Intended for number 35, Jabari Mitchell.
And Mitchell's had a nice game.
Lancaster 41.
Wow.
Reynoldsburg 40.
Called the right play.
Well, you know, I like that call. You're playing to win on the road, you know, because you can kick it off here and you get a stop. You've got enough timeouts. You might get the ball back. There's a pretty good chance.
4:52 to play in the 4th quarter. Gales lead it by 1, 41-40.
You know, they've caught the ball so well tonight. The receivers made great catches.
Yep.
And that one, like you said, just went through his hands. That's why we play the games.
So the Raiders will kick it off. Titan Johnson going to go back to receive this kick, and George Sherrick.
There's the touchdown.
This is a different look. They've had some troubles receiving kicks, and
well, I look for him to kick it in that area. Had him going the wrong way. It's like youth soccer.
Yeah. So now Titan and George have to run all the way to the other end and then receive a kick.
Well, I think in their old age they can make it down there, Jared. Well, you got a couple choices. You can either boot it in the middle there. You see the hole from this view, or kick it over their head if you have the ability.
Remember, this kicker has had some kicks. It's a weird spin that he gets on the ball. Instead of end over end, it's almost like a left to right spin. And it has helped them out twice. They've recovered 2 kickoffs that were not onside kicks. This time it is an end over end kick. It'll be taken by Titan Johnson at the 27.
Yep, good
and
job.
Goes down at the 31.
Yeah, that's a good decision by
Johnson
Titan.
on the return, tackled by number 11, McComb.
So the Gales take over, leading it by 41-40 with 4:49 to play in regulation. Gales have 3 timeouts left. Raiders have 2.
1st and 10 from the 32-yard line.
Boy, what a fantastic game this has been. Lots of takeaways, positive and negative, for both of these coaches for this upcoming week of practice.
You're working with young people, those things are going to happen.
Yep.
I just like the competitiveness and just how hard the players are playing.
Johnson gives off right up the middle. Big run there by, was that Hill? Or was that Kirkpatrick? Yep. Hill's back in there.
35, Jabari Mitchell, Matt Taylor, Kia Lancaster, 1st down.
Gets him all the way up to the 44. Titan looking over there saying, come on, give me a play. But at this point, you want to run some clock here. You got a 1-point lead. Play clock inside of 15 seconds. Johnson. Quick handoff to Hill once again. Short gain on the play of 2. They're going to continue to just chew that clock up.
Well, you've got to gain yardage too. You got to get your first downs, and from Reynoldsburg's standpoint, at some point they got to make a stand.
Yeah. Second down and 7, Gales. Again, it's Hill. And a good job defensively by the Raiders, 36 and 27. That's Chris Carr and Anthony Mobley on the stop.
Yeah, did a good job plugging those inside holes these last 2 runs.
Brings up a 3rd down and 7 for Lancaster. Clock rolls at 3:14 to play in regulation.
Now you got to see, you're going to put it in the air. You've had some success.
Looks like Coach Carpenter going to call a timeout as he's going to let the play clock run down.
I think he and Coach Albertini, they want to think this one out and through.
Yep. So they will let it roll down to 1 second, then call the timeout. So 2:46 showing on the game clock with a 1-point lead, 41-40. 3rd down and 7 is what the Gales have in front of them. Beautiful night for high school football here in Ohio. It's actually, we're feeling a little chill in the air tonight for the first time. Our Bob Competti, I think, forgot his coat. He wanted to show off that brown shirt he's got on. All right, Shu, let's play coach here. What are you calling up?
Boy, I'm glad I'm sitting up here, to be honest with you. But in all honesty, you've had a hard time stopping them.
Yeah.
It's 3rd down. It's not like it's 4th down. It's 3rd down, Jared. I say go for something that you think you can get to 7 yards, whether it's in the air or something a little different, a reverse, a counter. Create something that you can get a 1st down to continue to maintain the football.
Yep. We can hear the Raiders coaches in the box next door to us saying, here comes the counter. And there it is. It's Sherrick. And Sherrick going to be stopped short of the 50-yard line, and a 4th down coming up for the Gales.
Well, they've had success with that a lot tonight. Reynoldsburg, finally made the play, so they're going to get the football back at this point. They're going to run it down again.
It'll be inside of 2 minutes. The Raiders going to hold on to their 2 timeouts, it looks like. So the Gales will run it down. So 4th down and 5. And again, Coach Carpenter watching that play clock run down, and he's going to call the timeout with 1 second on the play clock. 1:55 on the game clock. Gales lead it by 1, 41-40. And the Raiders will get the football back. And they do have 2 timeouts. Shu, I know that the game's not over. We still have quite a ways to go in this one, but let's go ahead and talk about our players of the game. Let's get our Reynoldsburg player of the game first. That'll be brought to you by Park National Bank. Fairfield National Bank has taken our family name, Park National Bank. Park National Bank is a family of community banking teams delivering an exceptional breadth and depth of resources to individuals and businesses, providing a hands-on, personalized approach to service and strong local leadership that invests deeply in the places we live and work. Member FDIC, equal housing lender.
I think for the Raiders is Dijon Jennings, the junior quarterback, 6 foot, 185-pound quarterback. He's made great decisions all night for the Raiders.
I could agree with that. And the Raiders jump into the neutral zone.
That's going to be exactly 5 yards,
Yeah,
Jared.
It was 4th and 5.
Offsides
Move
on
them up
Reynoldsburg.
5.
That
That's
will
going to
be
give the Gales a
Lancaster.
first down.
Touchdown.
Wow.
Fourth.
Wait a second. Now the referee's saying it's still 4th down.
Well, it was 3rd
Is it
and
first
5.
or Corey's signaling?
It's first down.
If it's there,
It's first down. You already knew it. You only need 5.
okay.
First down.
It's got it. Where he spotted it, it's a first.
Oh, they finally got us one. Yes,
All right.
positive.
All right.
First down.
So we've got it worked out. It's 1st and 10 Gales at the Raider 46-yard line. This is where you have to take care of the football for the Gales. 1:55 to play. They lead it by 1. Raiders have 2 timeouts.
Well, now you know the ball's going to be run. You either, defensively, you got to play for a turnover here, and then you got to have an immediate timeout because you got to leave yourself some time.
Yeah. And now a whistle. I don't see a flag. Not sure what's going on here.
No, me neither.
Okay. Clock wasn't running.
Oh. Doesn't run after a penalty, though, does it?
Now the back judge is going to come in and get in this discussion.
I thought it didn't run until the snap after the penalty.
The clock, and then the clock ran.
Who called the timeout?
The clock shouldn't have started.
Lancaster.
No, wait a minute.
No, stop. Lancaster called a timeout. Then we had a false start, and that's where we're at. So the clock's never stopped. It started 1:55 on the snap.
But we were supposed to run the clock after the first.
Yeah, I see what they're saying. There was a timeout.
Right.
And then a neutral zone infraction, so they never ran a play, so the clock shouldn't be started.
In what I know, but I'm certainly no expert in clock management.
Johnson gives it to Parker Hill right up the middle. Great run by Parker Hill.
They're going to call timeout at this point for Reynoldsburg.
And now they are.
Yeah, you
White
have
getting out there
to.
to call it.
Yeah, you have to.
Well, let's get to our Lancaster player of the game, brought to you by the Edwards Insurance Agency, providing specialized insurance coverage that meets the needs of our individual clients. Call Todd or Dale Edwards today.
Well, we named Dijon Jennings for Reynoldsburg. Let's look at another play caller, senior Titan Johnson for the Gales. Great decision making tonight. Outstanding game. The 5'11", and it's so dark in here I can't.
He's a senior.
Yeah, he's a senior, 165-pound senior quarterback. just has been outstanding. They have had a lot of players play
Right.
well, and I think we've highlighted them. But as far as player of the game, I think Titans really made the offense go tonight.
3 of 7 passing, 173 yards, 3 touchdowns, and rushing 7 carries, 74 yards, and 1 touchdown. So 4 touchdowns accounted for tonight for Titan Johnson.
Yeah,
Congratulations.
200 yards of offense, right?
Congratulations, Titan Johnson, our player of the game. Parker Hill with that last carry went over 100 yards for the ball game. That's 2 weeks in a row.
That's right.
He's at 102 yards tonight.
Running straight belly here. Nope.
Here's Sherrick. And Sherrick brought down
Sherrick on the
at the
carry.
34-yard line, but a first down Lancaster.
Yeah, now all you got to do now is here's the last timeout. Or is he going to call it yet? No.
Boy, a couple big mistakes in the last few minutes of play for Reynoldsburg. But, boy, this has been a battle. They've come back. They've been down. They've come back.
It has been like driving in southeastern Ohio. You're up a hill, you're down a hill. You're up a hill, you're down a hill.
And I am fully aware of that. First and 10 Gales. Clock at minute and 13 and counting. And they're just going to kneel on it. Reynoldsburg does have 1 timeout left.
And they used it.
Yep, they used their last timeout right here.
Yeah, the main thing you have to be, sure of at this point for Lancaster, you have to have ball security.
Yeah.
100%, no lack of concentration.
Well, coming up for us, we will have a week off next week, and then we'll be right back here at Fulton Field the following week as the Gales will wrap up what is their first regular season, I guess we can call it, when they host Newark. Always a battle when the Wildcats come to town.
Yeah, our old buddy Billy Franks will have some things up his sleeve.
That's
He
right,
always,
I forgot he's,
yeah, old Bill.
Went from Newark Catholic to New Lex and now at Newark.
I can't wait to give him a call.
There's no gathering after events.
So that'll be 2 weeks from tonight. We'll be back here at Fulton Field, so make sure you tune in live to that one.
Yep.
And watch the replay.
I happened to see Bill over the summer and had a really interesting discussion, and he's always got a bit of humor in his his chat with you.
Titan Johnson kneels on this snap again.
Well, he's got to blow the whistle. Once they get set, that'll be 25 seconds to the play clock.
So it'll be one more kneel down for the Gales. And that's going to do it. The Gales will come away with their first victory of the 2020 season, a hard-fought 41-40 victory over Reynoldsburg. And this is the first win for Lancaster in 4 years against Reynoldsburg.
Yes, and if you'd have told me that we'd see 81 points tonight on the scoreboard, I'd have said no way.
I'd have said you're crazy. Congratulations to our players of the game tonight. Dejon Jennings for Reynoldsburg and Titan Johnson for the Lancaster Gales. Had just a fabulous game tonight. All across the board, a lot of guys just putting up some big numbers and big games tonight on both sides of the field. Nothing to hang their heads about. They all played outstanding football tonight, and really they cut down on a lot of the mistakes.
They did, and you got to give Reynoldsburg players a lot of credit too. I thought they, played well, did a lot of good things. But, we've seen Lancaster now a couple times. We've seen Groveport. It's always fun.
There you see the Gales players singing the fight song to what would be the student section. So they're just creating their own student section as they celebrate win number 1 of the 2020 season. Congratulations to the Gales tonight. 41-40 victors over the Reynoldsburg Raiders. We want to thank Pam Bosser and the entire athletic staff here at Lancaster High School. They're in the process of getting this brand new press box up and going, and we have a nice perch right on the 50-yard line high atop Fulton Field for this ball game. So we thank her for getting us set up here. I want to say thanks to our Interface Video Productions crew. As always, Bob Campetti, our producer-director, Donnie Ziegfeld on the graphics tonight. On cameras, Jim Spires and Jason Roush. And, of course, want to say thanks to Josh Messerly. He does a lot of the behind-the-scenes legwork leading up to the games, getting us some stats and helping up set up as well. So thanks to Josh for all of his work as well. Shu, this was a fun one tonight.
We've had a blast the last couple of weeks. I mean, both these games, they're totally different, but, you know, they were down to the end.
Yeah.
They've both come down to the end. Lancaster was much better, I thought, in their discipline this week, in their play. Obviously, they get better. You know, after talking to Coach White, it is exactly what he told me. He was afraid that they didn't play good enough defense to stop Lancaster. He felt they could score and use some of their talents, and he was right on.
Once again, congratulations to the Lancaster Golden Gales picking up win number 1 on the season, 41-40 over the Reynoldsburg Raiders. Want to say thanks to you at home for watching. Want to invite you to join us 2 weeks from tonight back here at Fulton Field as the Gales take on the Newark Wildcats. For our entire Interface Video Productions crew, and for Tim Shoemaker, I'm Jared Stewart. Have yourselves a great night, everybody.
IVP Sports presents the Buffalo Wild Wings High School Football Game of the Week. Brought to you by Fairfield Medical Center, North Body Shop, Park National Bank, the Frankie Smith Funeral Home, the Edwards Insurance Agency, Dagger Law, the Carriage Company, the Huddle Tire Company, Fairfield Federal, Sheridan Funeral Home, Buckeye Toyota, and Standing Stone Bank.